Just liven it up.
Oh, the light looks great.
It does. Hello, girlfriends. We have missed you so much. I hope you like the new setup here. Comfort is key. We are here in Jenee's room.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome. Come on in. Tell your other girlfriends to get on in here. We will not be on here for 3 hours this time. So go on and get on in here.
We missed you guys.
We have definitely missed you guys. We have to catch you up. Let's catch them up on life, where we've been. We haven't been doing this because we fell out. Like, we're here. We love each other.
Yeah. AKIDA was traveling for work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was working.
Yeah. And your mom was here.
My mom was here. There was a lot going on.
Yeah. We had some holidays in here happening. You guys,
tonight is a pajama jammy jam. We don't have on any makeup. We are just, it's been a long week. And we're just gonna hang out.
Yes. So get comfortable, grab your drinks. We're going to be answering questions that you guys submitted to us in the on Instagram. So if you're not following us on Instagram, go ahead and follow us now. And we're going to do this kind of strawberry letter style. We did have a few people who submitted some elaborations on some scenarios. So we want to offer them some help and some love.
Just tell them that IG fam.
So we're going to take us a couple of minutes. And if you're new here to the Good Girlfriends chat, we have been trying to do these every other week on each other's channel. So this week, of course, is on Jenee's YouTube channel, HighLowLuxxe, but also make sure you're following her on every outlet's HighLowLuxxe. And then my name is AKIDA Man, for those who do not know me, and I am on all mediums as AKIDA Man. So thank you, girls, for coming on in here. We're going to try and monitor the chat over here, but I don't think we see anything over there yet, unless we're missing it. Yeah, normally it pops up like the time and something over there.
Oh, I hope it's not broken.
Yeah. Can you guys pop up in the chat and let us know that you're here? Just so we can make sure everything's working. We're a little
because it never looks like that.
Yeah. We're a little out of practice, so it may just be us.
I look on my phone too.
So tell us, hey, if you're over there, so that way we just know that the chat is working. Before we really kick things off, because we've got some juicy ones. Where have y'all been? How have y'all been?
It's not working there.
Oh, really?
Sorry. Yeah, it's on. I mean, I have it on my phone.
Okay. Should I get in here also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so we don't have to waste time.
Yeah.
I probably need to update my computer. I don't know. Live chat. This box. Send feedback. Oh, yep, that's me. Okay, let's get started. I don't know. We can just look at it here. Here. Hi. Oh, yeah, there's everyone.
Oh, yeah, now. There they are. It's Tammy, Melissa, Nicole, Sandra, Jan, Joyce, Kathy, Maya, Vanessa. Oh, my goodness. Hi. Hello. Oh, my God. Y'all are really in here. Oh, my gosh.
Why not? I love the long lives. Girl, my back hurt already just thinking about
it. Well, it's going to be good. Do you want to start off with scenarios, or do you want me to? I've got some good ones.
You can start.
Okay.
So and if you don't care about it being public and you have a question, you can put it in here. But we put up a question box on our Instagrams. So we have like very detailed questions that we're going to answer.
Yes.
But if you have one, pop it in here. But we need all the details to answer.
Yes, because we want to give you the best advice and we need all of the deets.
These robes are Skims. And they're worth every penny.
Yes.
This was my first purchase from Skims or from any Kardashian thing. But the quality is 10 out of 10.
I mean, I really thought she just bought like a fancy robe. And she's like, this is amazing. And I knew it looked good on her, but I was like, yeah, a robe. I'm not paying that money for a robe. I put this thing on. I was like, I need the link to buy this robe.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It is. It is. All right. So I'm going to start off with one. I'm not going to include your names. This is going to be completely confidential. So here's the scenario. So if some of you have seen like the Tom Jordan morning show, like the Strawberry Letter, or like Dear Abby, for those who, I think we're aging ourselves by saying that. Dear Abby. But if you know,
I actually
you know.
never heard of that.
Really?
I mean, I've heard of the term, but I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Southern thing.
Yeah, but I think it started in like maybe even before us. Oh. Yeah. When there was like newsletters, newspapers and stuff.
Like a newspaper column. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this particular scenario here. All right, so this young lady says, I have a friend who truly desires marriage and kids, but just cannot keep a man.
Ooh.
I believe it is because she makes it too easy for them to have access to her. For example, she allows them to just text her when they are free or on their way home from work or want to stop by. I have advised her, unsolicited, that she needs to make them work a little harder to earn her time and company, like actually put in effort in planning and paying for a date and scheduling things with her in advance, because these men are not truly invested in her. I've noticed that she does not talk to me about her suitors much anymore, and I feel bad, but I don't take back what I said. Should I apologize? How would you proceed?
I don't know if you should apologize if she's never brought up that it was an issue. But if you just feel like you want to if you feel like it got weird because you gave unsolicited advice, then I would bring it up and just, I don't know if even apologizing is the right term though, but just like maybe like, hey, how's the love life going? Just so you know, I'm always here. Like, I don't want you to ever feel like I'm judging you. I just want the best for you. But, you know, if you need to talk through anything, I'll make sure, like, I always want to be an ear, like, to listen. I always want to be here if you just need to vent. I would just bring it up in conversation and make it understood that going forward, you just want to be supportive. But then, like, you actually have to be supportive.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah. And I think I agree along the same lines. I think maybe the challenge you are probably having is how to bring it up to her.
Because she doesn't talk to you.
Yeah, because she doesn't talk to you anymore. So without making it awkward, I would just ask her, like, hey, I know you would ask me about, Chris, but I hadn't heard you mention Chris, what's going on with him. And then she at that point shuts it off like, we're fine. Don't lie. We're good. Then at that point, I think that's the forum for you to say, hey girl, I don't know if you're just not sharing because of the advice I've given, but I do want you to know I love you. I'm here and I just want the best for you. Like, I don't want anyone to hurt you because friend, I'll fight for you. And I just don't want, I just don't want anything. I don't want you to be treated less than the amazing person that I think you are. And
yeah, somebody said just say yikes and move on. I learned my lesson trying to help. And that's the thing. That's with anything in life. You can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. They're not ready to change their ways or something like that. So you just need to, if you give your advice tips once, but then you just need to be, most of the time people just want someone to listen. Unless they're like, what do I do? And you give your advice again. Now, if you get to a point where they keep asking for it, but they're not taking it, then that's a different conversation.
Yeah, agreed. So I would hopefully, like I said, just open up the door to have the conversation. And then, so that way, like I said, if there's any clarity, like, friend, I love you. I didn't mean to hurt you. Now, you don't have to not talk to me. I only wanted what's best. Yeah. And
if you're just joining, this is just a Q&A. So we have some questions that people sent us. They just want our advice. So that's it. There's no topic tonight. It's just a pajama, jammy jam, Friday night. Just easy. So if you have a question, you can throw it in the chat. If you don't feel a way about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll all see it. But the ones we have were DM'd to us. But if you have a question and you just want our advice, we will do our best to help. So all the questions are random. Someone just joined and they asked that.
Oh, okay, no problem. But if you do want to send one and be anonymous,
oh yeah, you can DM us.
Go ahead and DM us.
Either one of us.
We have our Instagrams up, and we'll keep you anonymous and answer your question.
Yeah. So if it's super private and you just want some advice,
we got you covered, and we'll keep your name private. Okay, here's another one. This one's,
I love your excitement.
I love this.
You see?
yes. This one is titled "Married Man."
Oh,
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a friend who is dealing with a married man for over a year now. She just confesses to me about a month or two ago. I admired her because she has recently gotten a divorce and is killing it as a single mom while also allowing herself luxury gifts. When she confessed to me about her affair, I realized that a lot of these gifts to herself were actually from this married man. She says now that she's open to unorthodox relationships like open marriages, polygamy.
What is that with you?
But I'm also trying to get her to understand that this isn't the agreement this man and his wife have made. I'm not accepting of what she's participating in, and I'm uncomfortable being friendly with her because to me, it seems like I'm condoning her actions. Is this worth ending the friendship over or distancing myself from her? What would you do?
It's a great question because this just brings up like, there's no issue with the friendship, but it's almost like morals and values, which I feel like a lot of people don't deal with in friendships, or your friendship might not even get deep enough, or an instance might not arise where you have to address like, wow, you're just like, that's just to me morally not what I'm about. And I don't think I can love you. And like,
I can't support, like, I don't, because when you're friends with somebody, you want to support them in all facets. Like, you love this person, you want to see nothing but goodness in all parts of their life.
But it's also like, I wouldn't want to be judgmental. Like, I'm not perfect to be like, oh, we can't be friends now because you're doing this wrong thing.
Right.
But it's also like, but I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk. So then what does the friendship look like?
Right. Because it's something weird. Yeah. It's something like if you and the married man are having a fight, like, whose side am I? I'm like, I mean,
nobody's.
I mean,
the wife thing.
Bring in the wife. Let's figure out what she says.
But it's also like, do we just feel that way because we're married? Like, if we were single, would we just be like, get it, girl? I don't know. Question is, have you ever dealt with a married man? I don't know.
Let's unpack this. Let's unpack this a bit. I don't. Here's also too. I think there's in my sister, and I hope I'm not telling her business, but she said that she was on the dating site and she had talked to this guy, and the guy asked her like, "Hey, just to kind of ask and put this out here, are you into polygamy or open relationships?" And she was getting ready to like cuss him out, and she was like, "No," and he was like, "Oh, good. I'm asking because a lot of women on this particular app are into that, and I don't want to be involved in it." So I think it's even both ways.
She needs to be friends with Portia.
So I think it's both ways that men or women don't have to be comfortable with it, but I think it's becoming more common. Like it's
yeah, but that's almost just totally different because if you are my friend and you're like, I'm into open relationships, and you get with a married couple and they're into open relationships, to me that's just like a lifestyle choice. That's just like whatever lifestyle you choose. Yeah. If you're my friend, then I'm gonna support it. But again, this ain't that.
And that's the struggle with this friend and her. Like,
someone said they had a scenario like this. Was a really good friend. I had to distance myself to the point where we speak twice a year, if that. So basically, the friendship is over. And I think if that's how you feel, that's the point where, like, we talked about ghosting before, where I wouldn't ghost, but I would definitely have a conversation, because then you start to question character. I think that's what it is. Where like, this just makes me feel a type of way about your character in general and what type of person you are. That doesn't mean you'll do me wrong, but it also kind of makes me wonder if you would, just because you may think that person is a poor judge of character or has a poor character.
But what if the person actually was just like not with a married man or married couple, and they were just like out there just sleeping with whoever they wanted to? Like, they were just out there sleeping, and you were like, well, I don't have a problem with that because I don't want you to be sleeping out there with people, because I wouldn't sleep out there with other people. Yeah,
that's different to me.
That's different?
Yeah.
So what makes it different if they're just sleeping with random people
as opposed to sleeping with a married
versus
man?
Sleeping with a married man?
Because that relationship is sacred.
To who?
True.
To who? Who is it sacred Wait, does the wife know about the
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Like for me, I'm a big believer in karma. So I've gotten my karma before. So I have learned I don't want to do nothing to nobody, but I don't want it done to me. What y'all think?
Ladies, let's help this girlfriend out.
Somebody said you can be friends with her, just hide your husband. And I don't have time to be thinking like that. But that's, to me, the thoughts you start to have. Now, not that the wife is your friend, but still, it just brings in question your character all the time. And now, I don't want to have to worry about that. Like, if you don't respect, not that you should, you don't owe this wife anything. But it's just like...
But does she owe the friend anything either? She owe the friend? And
no.
Here we go. Here we say you and I. Let's say I am out there. What would you stop being my friend
if you were single?
If I was single
and you were sleeping with a married man,
and I was sleeping with a married man,
honestly, no.
You would stop being my friend.
I wouldn't.
Oh, right.
But that doesn't mean I would like it. So I guess it's easier to think about when it's somebody you don't know.
Yeah, right.
And here's the thing. I have had, now that I think about it, I have had friends that have slept with married men. And just men where I was just like, this is just wrong. And I still supported them and I was still friends with them. But I wasn't the hype man. I was the like, I'm not going to tell you not to talk about it, but I'm not very invested. Like, what should you do?
Yeah.
The thing I told you like 5 months ago. I don't think this is it. Oh, yeah, I did have a friend and he was married. And she did it. And it was a mess. And I was just like, this is but I'm just honest. This is a mess.
This is a mess.
And I'll try to give you the best advice out of the shitty options here, but...
And that's the thing too. I think when it comes to like sharing advice with your friends, like, hey, you came to me and told me this. Also, here's my advice, but I'm not gonna beat you about it. Like, I'm not gonna beat you over the head about it. If you're saying, and this is with anything, if you're like, hey, AKIDA, I decided I wanted to, I've started doing drugs. So, it's like, I don't think you should do drugs. There are several reasons why you shouldn't do drugs. So here's what I'm giving you. And after that, if you're still choosing to do drugs, you go ahead and drug yourself out. Now, after when it all goes down and you need another kidney and all that stuff, I will go to the hospital for you. I will be there for you. I can't provide you any organs, but I did share.
Yeah.
This is not best for you. But I'm not.
Yeah, because even back then, like, we were young. So it wasn't like I was married or even had thoughts of marriage. We were both single. So like we didn't really understand marriage in general.
Yeah.
And like the work it takes to keep a marriage and get there, all that. So it was just, but even I still felt weird about it. I still felt like I don't want to share. So why do you want to share?
Right.
Why you, again, just like the other person, like the last question, like you deserve better than that. Why is this even an option?
Yeah.
That was my biggest, like, why are you putting yourself through this?
Yeah. And even
every
more,
Lifetime movie tells us he's not going to leave.
And here's another component of it. What's going to happen if this wife finds out and she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and goes lifetime on this girl? Like, people hurt people over stuff like this. She doesn't know the mental capacity. Right. People don't know the mental capacity of what somebody will do when they're hurt. Like, she has no clue what that wife may do if she finds out.
I would ghost again. Bye. Carletta, you always ghost.
I know, Carletta, she does not play. Do you have any friends, Carletta? She be ghost.
If I don't agree with your values, it's hard to be friends. I mean, isn't that why we form friendships? Isn't that how you connect with people? Because you're like-minded and you have things in common. So then when things come up where it's just like, oh, I didn't think that would be the wave you're on, it starts to get a little concerning. If he's creeping with you, he'll creep on you. Hello.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. Like, I'm just like, so what you think he gonna do when he get with you? Then I gotta hear that side too.
Right. And then how long does this go on? Like, when does it end? When does it end? What's the end?
It's about morals and values. In my situation, I observed it after highlighting that it was wrong. But after 6 months, she was talking about men that were also either fathers taken. It was a pattern. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, it's a character for me.
Yeah.
No judgment, but let your friend know how you feel and leave it there. Let them know not to share your relationship. I'm not here to condone the relationship either. Mm-hmm. What kind of drugs though?
What, like crack?
Crack is what?
Crack. Like, I don't want you to do crack. Oh my gosh.
You're doing drugs. I'm out. Your judgment is clouded. You need to be rated.
The robes are from Skims. Let's see. Okay.
I also have. Yes, isn't there enough men out there without having to share someone else's? Yeah, I don't want to share nothing. Mm-hmm. That's the only challenge.
We're not forcing a thing.
It's just not a good setup for a relationship. It's just not. Is that where you want to start?
Right.
Where does it go?
Right. Do you have one?
Oh, there was a question actually in here.
Oh,
let me go back. Oh, they might have taken it back. Okay, disregard. Again, if you're just joining, we're just doing a Dear Abby Q&A. So if you have a question, if you want to stay private, you can just DM either one of us. Let me go check my DMs.
Yeah.
Or if you're bold, you can put it in the.
Yeah. There's no judgment here. We just want to help you guys navigate through as the world is opening back up. You know, we need everyone's relationships to be intact. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Pull it together.
Okay. So this one says that she had an old friend. They fell out.
I got one too.
You got one?
Go ahead.
Okay. So this one says she's an old friend. They fell out and hadn't spoken for years until the beginning of last year. She reached out just to wish them well and was respective and wanted to know exactly why they fell out. So I told her. Example, she had an idea already, just needed my confirmation. Okay, so the friend kind of already knew, but just needed to know, was this really what I thought it was? So the other one just kept it short and sweet, but didn't know why we fell out. Either way, I wish both of them well and kept it pushing. I basically just wanted to make sure they were safe. One was a fallout over money, and the other was we just grew apart.
What's the question?
So the question is, let me find out what the question was. I feel like
you missed the question.
Oh, how to regroup after having a falling out. And those are there was two friends, two scenarios. One fell out over money, one fell out over just growing apart.
Like regroup with the friendship?
So how to regroup
or just move on?
And maybe we can answer a two-part. Like, how do you regroup and rekindle that friendship, or how to regroup from losing that friendship?
For me, rekindling is it starts from scratch. If there was reason enough for you to fall out and start being friends, then we just have to start the friendship over. Like, obviously we still have all of our fond memories. Yeah. But we can't just pick up where we left off. Right. To me, again, I think of everything just like a relationship. If you broke my heart and for whatever reason I want to forgive you, I want us to get back together, we're going to rebuild. We're not just going to be like, okay, we'll move back in. Right. No, we're going to go on some dates. We're going to see how this goes. We're going to test out the waters. Right. That's my same thought process for rebuilding. Yeah. No, I listen, you would already been at the door.
I think it does take time. Like, I think that's because if you don't slowly get back into things, then how will you
got to earn the trust.
Right.
The trust back.
Right. You can't just say, all right, all right, we had a kumbaya. You're sorry. I'm sorry. I love you. You love me. Now let's just start going to brunch every Sunday. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Not every Sunday. Let's just go once and see where we land and go from there. Yeah. So I think it is possible. Goodness, we're spitting everywhere. Maybe. But I think it is possible to regroup and rekindle friendships, even though they fell out. Like, I think people falling out or disagreeing isn't a death sentence. Like, people can come back from stuff. I think when people are like, cross me once, you're dead to me. I just don't believe in that concept. Some things, yes, not with everything. I think people get so far into pride, and then you can forget the scenario, but you're still trying to hold on to that pride of, well, you know, but after I didn't care about them. Really, actually, what were we fighting about again? I mean, we can. The time has probably lapsed that y'all have grown to be different people. So
Charlotta said she has one friend since 3rd grade and her mom. So take that. She said she's a real introvert. Friendships are like relationships. Sometimes we outgrow each other or you just grow apart. Respect in the relationship. Agreed. I know how you two met. Was there any apprehensions about meeting? None. We were completely psycho. She could have been a killer. I mean, we met in a public place and we both brought our significant others at the time. Yeah. But it could have been all bad.
Yeah. I think there was comfort in knowing, because like meeting up like we did, because we had already been talking.
Yeah.
You know.
We had never even talked on the phone.
We didn't know. It was.
So that could have not translated very easily. Just because you're like able to joke on through words. Like, one of us could have been, it could have just been awful.
Yeah. But I think through like pictures and captions, we knew like we related to each other.
That's
like,
true.
You were taking pictures in your house. So like, oh, I know that you have a nice clean house. I have a nice clean house. You know, oh, you shop at Zara, I shop at Zara. Like, we had a lot in common. But yeah, the invite was through DM. Oh, you're in DC? I'm in DC. Let's meet up. Okay, what time? And that's how it happened. But I didn't have any apprehensions. But if either one of us were like, that was weird, we don't like her, then we just wouldn't have.
Yeah,
we would have taken it back out there. We could have taken it back to Instagram and just kiki from there.
Okay, I'll go to. Did we answer that
one? How to regroup? Yes.
Okay. So I have a friend who met a guy on vacation. After returning from the vacation, she tells me she's going to marry this guy. She's taken 3 to 4 trips back to his country to visit him, including the wedding day. He doesn't have a job because of COVID, as he worked in the tourist industry. She now has to pay over $5,000 to do a visa application and support him, which leaves her broke. She's unable to treat herself, also leaves her no money to do anything with her friends that isn't free, which is basically nothing. I think she's made a big mistake, but I just can't say anything because she's never asked my opinion. So many people have tried to tell her the same thing, but she's not listening. What do I do? This sounds like a Netflix original.
I mean, whoa.
What? Girl, you just got to keep it moving. You just got to support. You just got to be there when she needs you and when she asks and when it comes up, which it probably will. And at some point, she'll need your support. She'll probably need to move back to wherever you guys are and, need to rebuild. But don't wish that on her, of course. You just got to play a role, in my opinion. And it's not your place. It's not your place. And that's, ask, people got to live their lives. And sometimes you have to watch people make mistakes.
Yeah. And that's the hard thing about maturing into your friendships. Like, if I was in my 20s, the things that my advice was all unsolicited. I'm like, girl, no, save yourself, don't do that. And then as I got older, I just realized, but what's someone else?
Oh, she hasn't moved there yet. So you're trying to save her.
Oh,
we're chatting.
Oh, okay, good.
So you're scared for her. But I don't.
But let's just say this though. Let's say they friend moves over there and lives a great life.
Yeah, exactly.
And all is well with the world. And if it doesn't work out, friend can move back.
Yeah. I just don't think. I think about when I moved from St. Louis. I moved to DC with an ex, and we hadn't known each other that long. It just felt right, and I wanted to move, and it just felt right. And if a friend would have been like, don't do it, like, you couldn't have told me a damn thing, which to me, I was meant to be there because we broke up. I met Josh.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, if a friend would have been like, don't go, I think this is a horrible decision. I'm like, that is just too bad.
Yeah.
I'm already there. I'm halfway there.
My brain is already.
And it was a very quick decision.
Yeah.
He got a job there in January and I moved there in March.
Mm-hmm.
And we had just moved in together in December.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like very much like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We just skipped like 3 steps.
Yeah. But I'm moving and you're not going to stop
and
me.
No one could stop me.
Yeah.
No one tried, but
yeah. But that's the thing with a friend. She may be at that place like,
if I stay there and my life is just shambles,
right?
Then I'm just gonna have resentment,
right? Then I have to date you because you're the one who told me to stay here and not go with my man, and I didn't get to go be with my man in the other country. So yeah, let her go. And then when she comes to you and says, "Hey, I'm about to move. What do you think?" When she says, "What do you think?" then give her your honest, loving advice.
Yeah.
If she still says, I want to go, you let her go. And if she chooses to come back,
yeah. And I think if she's never asked your opinion, if you want to have one little heart to heart and just say, hey, because I'm your friend, I love you, I just want to say what I'm thinking. But it's also like, what if in 10 years they're married with 5 kids? Like, you don't want to be the friend that was like, he's no good, low down, dirty. Mm-mm. Like, because she's going to tell him at some point. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I would still keep it respectful. Just be like, I just love you, and I just want you to know, like, I'm worried for you in this situation. But of course, just know I'm here if you need anything.
Yeah.
But I just really want you to think things through. Just and that might, like, she may be already thinking that, so maybe it just gives her another perspective of like, okay, she sees it too. And if she doesn't, then you did your best.
Yeah. And if she's getting it already from so many different other ends, like all y'all's other friends, and she's not listening, like you're one other person she's just not going to listen to. But she's already moved in her head. She's out of here. And even also maybe give her advice of more like, not about the guy, but just say, hey sis, I'll keep an account over here for you. If you want to tuck some money away, I'll keep this account for you. Okay, sis, I got you. Like,
yeah, I agree. Chris P said people are too quick to drop people that are important in their lives. Sometimes you just need a little space. Very true.
Yeah. So you have to live and learn. And you do. Like, I've definitely done stuff. People like, no, don't for your man. I'm like, I'm going wherever he's going. Like, you have to go through that crazy in love phase to learn from it. And yeah, that is what it is.
I was once Stella in Turks and Caicos. He was looking for marriage and a green card. I was only looking for a vacation fling. He still calls me every blue moon. It'd be like that. Somebody said she keeps traveling to see that man and she's broke. So yes, she keeps traveling to see him, but she hasn't moved there yet. She's trying to get him to move there. I guess they're not sure yet, but if she moves, it's basically the friend feels like if the other friend moves, it's going to be a huge mistake because she's going to have to pay the $5,000 for the visa and basically come out of pocket for everything for them to start their life. Yeah. And so she's worried, like, should she say something or just let her be her?
Yeah. Because it's one thing if the friend is comfortably able to do that. Like, I got my man, I got the $5,000. He's moving. I'm moving to go to my man. But I think the biggest concern here is that now the friend has compromised her life. Like, she doesn't even have money to do anything for herself. Like, hey girl, you want to go to brunch? Can't afford it. I already spent my money. So I think that's where the conflict is. The friend doesn't financially have the money.
She's strung out. It's the Jamaican crack in that makes it worse.
She's strung out.
I agree. If you and someone are really good friends, like best friends, shouldn't you be able to share how you feel? Yeah, I think that's kind of what we arrived to. I would say something. I would just keep it respectful and just, explain why you're sharing. Because again, that can ruin friendships too when you give unsolicited advice and it's negative to what they actually want to do or what they're trying to do. Yeah. But I would definitely, I think you should be able to communicate any relationship.
Yeah. Because you also don't want your message, even though it's coming from love, to get lost because you're not communicating it right. Like you almost need to like practice what you're going to say before you say it, because if you're like, girl, you being dumb, you being stupid, you start saying that to me, I'm cut off whatever you said. I'm not ready to fight you because you've already called me names. So like I think you just have to be very clear with your message and come with love. But you start, yo, stupid ass got just mad. I'm like, let's go. We're fighting now.
I hate you. I had an old friend that gave up her dreams for a man and moved to another country. It didn't work out, and now she says no one told me anything.
Oh,
yeah, just wish her the best.
Yeah, because even if someone did say, "Hey, girl, don't go," she felt strong enough to. Oh, what, you got one?
Somebody said, I had a friend who came to me before I married my husband. Well, now she loves him, and it's been 8 years. So yeah, you don't know. Shit, give your peace. You guys are still friends, and it worked out. So say what you need to say. Communicate your feelings in a respectful way. And then everybody got to live their own life.
Everybody has to live their own life. You go to sleep and have your good night's rest, but you stay up getting wrinkles and bags, worried about somebody else's life.
What?
Appetite for a Chic said, I wouldn't say it like that because even I would shut down or someone approach me like, girl, you're stupid. Right.
Once he gets that visa, he's out. Well, we don't know that.
I hope not. But even, let's say worst case scenario, that is what he has an MO to get this visa and he's piecing out on her. That may be the fact as well, but that friend still has to live with it.
Yes, you got to say it from a place of love. I think that is the biggest issue with most people's communication. Even if you mean well, if it is not, perception is reality. So if it does not come across that way, you might as well just told me to go to hell.
Basically,
like you need to be mindful, and even if you have tough skin,
everyone
doesn't
can't take the mess. And because too, if you're giving it tough like that, your message is going to get lost. So now it just is falling on deaf ears anyway, and you risk falling out with your friends. So just try to come from a place of just love. Like, friend, here's the cap. I love you. Friend, I'm telling you this because I love you. Friend, I only want you to know I love you. You know. But
I think sometimes friends need to be careful they aren't protecting their own fears. Let the friend make her decision and be there to support.
And that's another thing too. Like, what if somebody doesn't feel bold enough to pick up and go to another country and be with their man, or follow their man to another state? You know, some people aren't bold enough to do that and want to project those fears onto you.
I got a good one, but I don't want to start anything. Girl, send it in the DMs. Oh, here it is. You about to give it to us right here?
Right. She's like, we'll give it to you right now.
So he can't come to America.
I just read that. It's like, I mean, he can't come here.
I don't think they're not in America, but
okay.
She's trying to get him. I think they're in London, but she's trying to get him to come there instead.
I see.
So, child,
yeah.
The robes are by Skims. I don't trust no man without a visa. Oh, Lordy. Okay. Again, if you're just joining, we're just doing a Q&A, but like very detailed. We're just trying to give our opinions. If you need help, advice, tips, any of that stuff. So if you want to keep it private, you can DM either one of us, and we will try to answer your question as best we can. If you're bold, you can just put it right in the comments and we'll read it aloud.
Yes, this is a safe space as well. We all love each other. We're not going to talk about each other. We're here to just love each other. Well, I have one that just came in.
All right.
Or did you have one?
No.
Oh.
Check the Good Girl first.
Okay. So I have 2 questions for the chat. How do you handle nosy people? I'm referring to nosy strangers, not your friends. How do you set boundaries on what you'll share about your personal life?
I'm sorry, I was reading. What?
No problem. So the first question, this is 2 questions. So the first one is, how do you handle nosy people? and meaning like nosy strangers, like asking you personal questions, not your friends. And how do you set boundaries on what you'll share about your personal life?
That is definitely a you question, because I think like my last role, I didn't work with any of my peers closely.
Yeah.
So no one would feel comfortable enough to be nosy.
Yeah.
And then when I did see my peers, that was like once a month.
Yeah.
And we weren't close. Like, it was. We're here to work.
We're here to work.
But I feel like when you're in an office setting, it's different. Where people are just like in your business, they see what you drive, they see you know what you wear to work. I don't know.
I wonder if that's what she's talking about.
Or is it
like
family?
Coworkers? Yeah.
Also, let
me text her back and say, give me some more context as far as like who the strangers are.
That it makes you
hey sis, give me some more details as far as who the strangers are so I can give you the full answer. Talk to you later. Okay. I have been sending voice messages to people in DMs all the time. Like, it's just so much faster.
While we wait, Helen, I did not get anything from the Christopher John Rogers collab. They're sold out online, and I live in the middle of nowhere now with her. And this Target didn't even have anything.
Oh my gosh, we got to go on the hunt.
You know, I used to live in the DMV, and there was 25 Targets. Now there's just one down the road, and they didn't have anything. So.
I'll take you to another one.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go tomorrow.
Oh, y'all roommates?
Basically.
No, ma'am. She lives, we live like 1 minute away from each other. Oh, we have our own home. Yes, please hit the like button, everyone. Thank you, JP.
Thank you. And also, you can find
what else?
Yes, also as well.
Plug time.
You can follow us on all of our other mediums. We definitely want to grow all of our platforms. HighLowLuxxe. It's HighLowLuxxe on the blog, Instagram, TikTok,
Pinterest,
Facebook, YouTube. So follow on all those platforms. And my name is AKIDA Man, if you do not know me. And I am AKIDA Man on all platforms as well.
Also, very exciting. We may possibly have some merch coming.
I know.
So stay tuned. I'm getting samples next week.
I'm so excited.
We'll have some Lux It Up merch, some Good Girlfriends chat merch.
It's gonna be so cute.
Okay, did we get a response?
Hey
ladies, I'm in a very toxic, I don't know if this is a different person. A very toxic corporate work environment and tech, and desperately want to leave, but when I apply to internal roles, I get denied. I'm also trying to get my influencer career off the ground. Do you have any words of encouragement? Make a plan and stick to it. You don't need to stay there, but you need to have a plan to leave.
And listen, this is the best time right now. And I was telling anyone who will listen honestly that the job market is in favor of the job seekers right now because the corporations and organizations are opening back up. The budgets are getting renewed right now, and companies are becoming more flexible with what their employees are wanting. The employees have been working from home for a year, and they're accommodating them, especially with like Black Lives Matter that took place when George Floyd was killed. A lot of organizations are trying to be more inclusive and, push their diversity initiatives. So you don't have to stay there. They do not have shackles on you. You can go. Like, you really can. There is something better out there.
And I say anyone that wants to leave their job seriously to do something else, really sit down and create a budget of what you need to survive. It will be eye-opening to you what you think you need versus what you actually need. If you're really trying to pursue a dream, a goal. Like I just had this conversation with a friend, and he was talking about how he was trying to set himself up to make this transition. And I was like, oh, so you're just going to wait until you're absolutely comfortable and you can live lavishly while you go after your dream. Like, that's not really how it works. Like, yes, save so you can pay your bills, but you might think you need $5,000 a month to keep living the same lifestyle when really you only have $2,000 worth of bills. Like, so you can save that much to last you 6 months, and be happy, and then pursue your dream. So I would sit down and really think, kind of like weigh out your options and what you actually need to survive.
I agree 1,000%. And then take that time if you have some extra PTO, use your PTO and look for a job or create a strategy or get some things aligned for your business. If you need to take a week off and just get all that stuff together, make that part of your exit strategy as well. So you can definitely, and don't let the money, if you're making really great money, you're working in tech, so you're making good money. So I get it. That money is hard to leave. I tell Jenee all the time, it's like they got me by the balls because the money's good.
Listen, nobody leaves Target. Right. That was in the role I was in.
Right.
Because that's how they keep you. That is the best paying retail corporation. But at a certain point, it just wasn't enough money, and I had enough bags.
Yeah. And now you're making even more money, or just because you stepped out on that faith and left after you created an exit strategy.
After it was a rough couple months. But oh, Debbie, you missed my short hair. Come do it, girl. It'll be back. Don't worry. But I need a break. I have to do it every week, and I'm tired.
I feel. Oh, let me see if I got.
Oh, she responded. Yes.
She did.
Oh no, I was gonna say see if she responded. Juicy Mama said, "What do you do for a living?" I don't know if you mean. Well, we're on my channel, but I'm assuming you know me. What do you do for a living?
I work in human resources. I'm part of the talent acquisition team as a talent acquisition manager.
I'm a content creator. If you did mean me, I do YouTube, and I have a blog, and I do Instagram content, and I just create content for brands, and sometimes they pay me just for that.
Okay, so dig some clarity. And you were right. She was talking about people at work that think they know you. And then there's also a second question. Okay, I'll get to the second question. So the first question is, how do you handle nosy coworkers? And how do you set boundaries on what you'll share about your personal life?
Oh, I think you have a great example of this with like the conversation you just were telling me about. It wasn't about being nosy, but I think having the conversations when they're tough, but still you got to draw a line in the sand. Yeah. And and people are going to step over the boundaries until you make it very clear they can't.
Yeah. And so what Jenee was referring to is I just recently had to have literally like scheduled time on a calendar with a coworker because we just were not jiving and gelling like at all. Like it was just and it started out like little small things that I think like I brushed underneath the rug or she would brush on the rug until it got to the point to where like literally if I saw an email from this person, I was frustrated. Like I would roll my eyes. I'd be so annoyed. And we just were not gelling at all, like period. So literally got to the point to just say, all right, we're going to duke it out. I'm going to leave. She's going to leave, or something has to come to a head here. So I scheduled time with her and just said, let's just talk. Like, I feel like the trust between our working relationship has been broken. I just feel like we're not on the same page. Here's the message when you do this that's making me think this. Is that accurate? And stop to let her answer and then say, okay, so that's not what you meant. Here's another example of something you've done. This is the way I took it. Is that what you intended? And we really just realized that there was just so much frustration because we kept not talking through our things that we were aligned on a lot of things. So I think, honestly, when we think of work relationships, we think, oh, it's just work, nothing personal. But sometimes the stuff does get personal. And it is okay because we're people to just talk through it. And if you have people asking you like about your personal business, it's okay to say, hey, I know you've kind of been asking me a couple questions, or in that last meeting you asked me about, whatever it is. I really don't talk about my personal things at work. I like to keep it really, PG here. Hope you understand. So there's nothing wrong with addressing things head on, and just saying it. You don't have to like, get out my business, ho. Like you can just say, hey, at work, I just don't talk about my personal business here.
I have one.
Okay.
Hey ladies, have you ever worn something that your husband didn't like? I recently made a few shoe purchases that my husband says are ugly. I say if it's not inappropriate or unflattering, but makes me feel good, damn it, I'm wearing it. Well, it was a TikTok. Did I tell you about this TikTok? It was a TikTok that basically sums up the same thing, where the girl was like, if my boyfriend looks at me and says, "Oh, you look cute," I know I'm playing it safe. If he looks at me and says, "Weird," I know I got the look. And I feel the exact same way. Not that Josh ever says I look weird, but it just depends on your style. I've never dressed for men as far as what they find attractive. I've never liked super tight clothes. I've never liked to show curves, really in general. Like always, since I've been in high school, like anytime I would go out, I never wanted somebody to like want to talk to me for my body. And not that I was like had a banging body, but I just never wanted to attract attention that way. I want them to be like, "Oh, she's cute." And I want the body to be a surprise. So I always, to me, dressed weird.
I'm surprised.
So yeah, it is what it is. It's fine to me. I don't think everything I wear, Josh is like, that's a look right there. Look at my baby looking sexy as hell. Every look is not doing that. But sometimes, you gotta have a little balance. Sometimes I'll be like, which one would you like? This dress or this dress? Yeah. You want some short hair or some long hair? What would you like to see? Right. Tonight? But we're not doing that every day.
No. There's a pair of shoes that I love, and they are old now. Like they're like an old pair of Aldo shoes. Every time I posted them on Instagram, I get compliments on like, where did you get those shoes? Where'd you get those shoes? And I'm like, oh, it's an old pair that I got from Aldo. Rashad hates these shoes. He's tried to throw them away. He tried to hide them from me. He cannot stand these shoes. But there are some shoes that he does like. So, the times when it's like we're having a date night, I just choose not to wear those shoes. Yeah. Like I'll wear something that he does like, but I'm still gonna wear these ugly ass shoes that he can't stand. Like it's all my but it's also vice versa. He has some shoes and you like these tennis shoes? I don't even know anything about tennis shoes. I don't know. They just all look the same to me. So I think, it's a balance. Get what you want, sis. But then when you go out with him,
it's time and a place.
Yeah.
Right. If we're going to Target on Saturday afternoon, I'm going to wear my ugly dad sandals and my bucket hat or whatever that thing is. And they're like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
I'm going to wear the thing that makes me happy. But if we're going on like, I don't know, couples date night and I want to, look good for my man, then I know he likes X, Y, and Z. I'll probably wear X, Y, and Z because obviously it's in my closet. I like it too. Yeah. That was a fun one.
Yeah, it was.
There was a few questions in here. No questions, just want to give my entire life. Oh, thanks. Hey, best friend.
Hey, best friend.
No question, just want you all to know your videos give me my entire life. They're so therapeutic. We do our best.
Oh, thank you.
How long did it take for you to be a full-time content creator and make the finances that fit your standards? Well, I worked at Target and did blogging for a year. Yeah, it seems so long ago.
I know. It's still so short.
I did it for a year. What was it, 2 years?
I feel like it was because you built it on it.
I started in 2018. I left my job in 2019. Okay, so it was a year. That can't be right.
You left your job in 2019.
But I didn't get like a first brand thing until 2018. So maybe I started in 2017.
Yes, we met in 2017.
Yes, I started posting on Instagram in 2017. But literally there was no money. I was just posting. So I did it for 2 years while working at Target, yes. Because the next summer, I got my first brand thing. And I was like, oh shit, somebody wants to pay me for this? And then the next summer, I left Target. So I did both for 2 years before I made enough money to leave. And I would say for a year of that, I was getting paid enough that I probably could have quit. It wasn't the same as my job. I was a store director for Target, so I made a good amount of money. So it wasn't the same, but it would have done okay. Like it would have got me by. But I also wasn't keeping track of that money because it was just extra. So that's where I had to like sit down and be like, okay, how much have I been making? How much do I need to save to make myself feel comfortable each month? And then I saved enough that if I didn't get paid from any brands, I'd still be okay for 6 months. But then obviously once I had the free time, also work picked up even more because I had more free time. I was posting more, I was creating more things, and then I was getting on people's radars more. So 2 years. And I only got paid after the second year. And probably not until, so that was 2019. All of 2019, I made enough money to get by. In 2020, I probably tripled that money. So, hope that helps. More helpful things may be coming soon.
I love this.
Your phone case. Somebody says the matching robes and phone cases.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
They're not really matching, but kind of. Have you always been into high-end clothing accessories, or did you get into it once you started to make a certain amount of money? Yep, when I started, I always liked to look nice, but I am the queen of staying in my lane. Like I remember like, you know, every city has like the nice malls with fancy malls where it's like high-end designer stores. And people used to be like, oh, let's go window shop. And I would be like, why? I don't want to even look at a fucking store that I can't afford. Like, no, I don't even want to walk past it. No, thank you.
How depressing.
No, thank you. I will just go right to H&M. No. Like, oh, let's throw them off. For what? I can't afford those clothes. I don't even want to go. I don't want to go and look at things I can't afford. No, thank you. Yeah. And I probably didn't get, just this year and last year, I started getting into designer clothes. And the year before that was probably, like 4 years ago was designer bags. And that wasn't until I got my promotion at Target and I became a store manager and I got my first bonus. So I was the queen of, I'm not doing nothing if I can't afford it. Then I had extra money for my bonus and I was like, maybe I'll get a bag. I've always wanted, and my first bag was a Balenciaga City bag because I always liked it from the Hills and they had it. And that was way back in 2003. Oh, wow.
Standing at the blank page before you.
So no, I have not always been into nice things. I didn't grow up with super nice things, but I did grow up looking cute. Mm-hmm. My shoes are from Payless and my clothes are from Forever 21, but we look cute. I will say more than 6 months savings plan. You're going to leave. Absolutely.
I feel like I'm missing.
And I will say I was okay with having just 6 months because I was already making an income. So it wasn't like I was leaving my job and having to figure out how to get brands to pay me. I was already getting like 2 to 3 brand campaigns a month, which were usually around that time like $1,500 a piece. So I was already making enough money to pay my bills. So the 6 months for me was like, let's just say another brand doesn't work with me for the next 6 months. I'm looking for a new job. I would like to have my current boss as a reference. I'm not wanting to leave on bad terms. I just want to seek growth and opportunity. How should I have that convo? That's to you.
Honestly, a lot of employers now are not able to ask about your past employment as far as verifying employment, like saying if another company wants to do a reference check, they're getting away from that now for legal reasons. So they honestly just may not even contact your manager. But again, if you've been with this organization for a while, you have a good rapport with your manager, and you just want to let them know that you're leaving, you don't want to spring it up on an email, definitely sit them down and have a conversation and say, hey, I'm looking to submit my resignation. I'm looking to move on from something to something different, or what the case may be. And then if they want to ask you to stay, they may do that. If not, just, and then at that point ask, would you mind if I use you as a reference? Thank you for the well wishes, and then go from there. But a lot of companies now are getting away from doing employment verifications, so they're not able to share anything past, yes, AKIDA worked here from this date and this date. They're not able to really share anything more than that.
That's a good point. Someone said about the last question, when people are nosy, ask them, why do they ask? And that will usually bring forth, like, if it's something awkward. Like, like, oh, what did you do? I don't know. What the fuck people I mean? Right. I don't know. But ask like, oh, why do you ask? Or why are you interested? And they'll usually be like, oh, just
Yeah.
But 2 people said that.
Yeah.
Identifying the motivation of the nosy question. Are they just curious? Is it something they're interested in? Like, oh, I saw you on Facebook, you rented a boat this weekend. Like, I wanted to do that for my mom's birthday. Then that's the motivation.
Yeah.
Or just like, I'm trying to count your pockets.
Yeah.
I have no reason.
Yeah. And you're right, that will catch them at that, like, oh, I actually didn't have a reason.
Exactly.
I just want to know.
Yes, Alexis, getting your first bag. And that's a huge accomplishment. Not that bags are everything, but if it makes you happy, why the hell not?
Why the hell not?
Yes, Veronique. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I did disable those comments because
what?
On the video, what not to wear, stop wearing these or something.
Yeah.
Because at this point, all of my audience has seen it, and now Facebook is, what the hell are we on? YouTube is just pushing it to people because it's funny. I knew going into making this video, these are always popular because if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's stop wearing these, stop wearing this or something. And I made that video because it's trending on YouTube right now and people need to know. Like, I love watching these videos because I think they're hilarious. And a lot of people, I usually watch them for home decor. And I like watching it. A lot of times I don't agree, but I just like to hear people's opinions. I like to hear their reasoning. And I love reading the comments. So YouTube is pushing those videos because they perform so well. And it's like, people have to know, right? If someone says like, stop doing this to your house, you're like, oh shit, am I doing that thing? Like, I have to watch the video and see. So to me, it's funny and entertaining, but once it gets past your actual audience, which it has, it's been up, I've done 5 videos since that video. So now it's everyone that follows me has seen it. So it's just getting pushed to random people and they just want to be offended. Like, every comment is negative. And it's just like, well, I don't really care what your comment is. So why do I even waste my time reading it or deleting it at this point? Like, you're not a subscriber of mine that I want to have an ongoing conversation with. Right. So like, why am I just going to subject myself to like you saying like, you hate my hair?
Your teeth are too
that has
white.
Nothing to do with someone said my teeth were too white. Like, that's like literally every time I would like get on to like check the comments, they were from that video, even though I've done 5 videos since and I want to interact on all of them. That's like, I'm not going to waste my time with that one. It's all just negative. It like at this point, it's all negative. So what's the point? Yeah. One comment was, my teeth are too white. Why do I keep touching my hair? They hate my shoes that are behind me. And I'm just like, if you're offended, just say that. Right. Just move on. I didn't make these things illegal. I literally just did this for fun. So yes, I disabled the comments because I don't really care what you got to say at this point.
No, but thanks for watching.
Next slide. Oh, I thought I missed one.
Follow up. Someone did ask, but for background checks, they still reach out to your previous employer, right? It depends on the company. Not all companies do reach out to your previous employer. It just really does depend. A lot of them are just getting away from getting personal references. Like, so for example, as far as if I work for Jenee, they may contact the organization. They may contact HighLowLuxxe to say, did AKIDA work for HighLowLuxxe from this time to this time? Yes, but they're not going to call Jenee and say, Jenee, I noticed that you were here for written down as AKIDA's manager. Can you tell me a little bit about how it was working with AKIDA? They can't do that, or they're not supposed to be doing that right now. It just opens up the room for a lot of legal ramifications. So companies are getting away from that.
Good question.
Someone said, my job stresses me out. When I leave, I don't want to give notice and leave the same day. Then my manager being upset. Are there any other repercussions? If there is, I know at one job I used to work at, they would say if you don't submit a 2-week notice that you would be marked as non-rehirable. So if you didn't sign something like that or agree to something like that, then there are no repercussions. I mean, if you want to peace out same day, peace out same day. I hope you don't want to go back. Yeah. So that's the only thing outside of it.
A Silver Surfer. I have a denim luxury bag, so yes, I would. And if it's Chanel, it's probably vintage, so I would say get it, girl. But I have a Valentino Roxette in denim, so yes, and I love it. No, people quit every day without giving me 2 weeks notice.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The rule, there is no 2-week rule of thumb, unless again the organization put it in place to say, here's the rule of thumb, or some of your benefits may be impacted by leaving early. That just may be it. But I mean, if you've already maxed out your PTO, or you want to be cashed out on that or whatnot, then get your PTO, whatever benefits it is, and bounce. It's just preferred because it just sets everybody else up for success. But really, this 2 weeks,
it's really only helping the company.
Yeah. But does it really help someone? No organization is ready to go from someone leaving in 2 weeks. None. None. So
I wanted to fight people in the comments of that video. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, me and Stephanie, my assistant, we literally like strategized this video because it also helps for growth. It's very hard to get seen on YouTube besides just your audience. So sometimes I need to do videos that are just trending, that are just popular, that like the titles are just trending, so that I'll get recommended to people who've never seen my videos before. So the thought process was like, we already know, like, I've watched these videos. We know there are going to be like some negative comments. And I talked to her, and like, she watched the video and she was like, you are way too nice. Because in the back of my mind, I wanted it to be fun, and I knew I was walking a tightrope. And I know people hate watch. It's a thing. Insane to me, but they do. So it was just like, why y'all sucking the fun out of it? Mm-hmm. Like, the first day of the comments, I loved it because it was mostly all of you. Mm-hmm. And it was like, even if you didn't like something, you were like, girl, you tripping. Like, I love my X, Y, and Z. Yeah. I was like, absolutely. Like, do you. That, to me, that was fun. Because that's the whole point of all of this. Everybody that watches me doesn't like what I like. People have no problem being in the comments like, those shoes you just bought are ugly as hell. And I'm like, to you, it's fine. It's not going to stop me from wearing them. So why me saying something is ugly? It's going to stop you. Yeah, it just, I disabled them mainly because it was just sucking the fun out of it. Like, I had so much fun making that video and coming up with all the things, and even like interacting the first couple days. And then it was just like, now I don't even know you people now. Like, you're sucking the fun out of it. You're killing the vibe. I hate it here. You can just watch and think your nasty little thought, and now you have no power. Yeah, people were like, yeah, I knew I wasn't going to like this video when I saw the title. And I'm like, so why did you watch it? Yeah. They're like, oh, somebody was like, you're right. I shouldn't have watched it.
Go figure. It's a concept, huh?
It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. Oh, let me see if there's anything in the DMs.
Oh, yes. How do you deal with negative social media comments? Oh, child. I always try to think, which is a horrible thing, that is just kind of like part of the territory. I'm a big researcher. So I'm always, if I'm on social media, I'm looking into things. So I always read through other people's comments, people that are bigger than me, and just try to like see how they keep their audience engaged, what people are talking about, what offends people. When do people feel less connected to certain people? And because that happens as people grow, it's hard to keep people connected. It's hard to engage with people. So I always try to look into that. And I try to realize that negativity is just a part of the job. And there's just sad, hurt people out in the world. And for some reason, they get joy out of hurting other people. So I just try not to think about it. So everything I do is just for my own peace. Like, it's a certain point where it's like, I want to take helpful, constructive things. Like, especially when I first started, people would be like, oh, the sound wasn't great. Or can you fix the lighting? Or it would help if you put this in the description box. That's great. Yes. Help me get better. Mm-hmm. But I'm not just going to you can't just come on my videos and say I'm ugly. Okay. Well, I was talking about shoes. I don't know what that has to do with anything. So at that point, it's just like, delete. Like, you're just something is sad about you, and I just got to delete it. And it comes from, you have to try to build the right community. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't really get any negativity on Instagram, but it's also because you see those people. Mm-hmm. You have to have a profile, and most people want to interact. Mm-hmm. So you can see their profile, you can see who else they interact with, and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But YouTube is where it gets sketchy because anybody can just make, usually they don't have a picture. You can't really find them once they make that comment. Yeah. So this is probably the harshest place. Yeah. And you just have to have that. Like, that, I told her that soon as she said she wanted to start a channel. And that's why I show what I want to show. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to have my mom up here on YouTube because if you say something about her, I'm going to bust your ass.
Period.
I'm not trying to have me and Josh in a couple channel because I'm going to bust your ass.
Right.
Like if I had kids, they wouldn't be on here. Like certain things you can talk about me. You can say I'm ugly. You can, it's fine. I don't care. You can hate my outfit. I don't give a damn. But certain things I'm not sharing.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Shirley. No makeup, girl. It's a pajama jammy jam tonight.
Oh my gosh. So if you're just joining in, we started off the show. We started off with doing kind of like a Dear Abby or Strawberry Letter style, where we gave some advice to specific questions that people had about scenarios, relationships. So if you have a scenario that you want us to help advise you on, you want to keep it confidential, DM either of us or the Good Girlfriends chat.
Use up their PTO and then quit.
Listen, okay? Or you even cash it out. Like, it depends, you know?
Yeah, I cash mine out.
Yeah, cash it out. And then it's, you know.
Take that. I'm taking my bones. I'm taking my stocks. Thanks.
Oh,
and y'all can go to hell.
Mm-hmm. And if you really do it right, go ahead and change your taxes to where it's no tax taken out. Go ahead and get your net. If you know it's around bonus time. Peace out.
Yes, Simply Sheridan. I was so gentle in the comments. We got to move on from that video. I talked about it all night. It was almost like a study. It was like a case study.
Yeah. I still think you were so nice. Like, I really thought you were.
Yeah, she watched it and she was like, that's it?
Like where I thought you were going to go in. And the way people responded to it is just like, well, she didn't even go in.
I said, I don't like to wear them. Wear this instead. They're like, we're not rich like you. What? What? I just said I like straight leg jeans instead of
right. And even all your recommendations
and these jeans are from Target.
Right.
And I'm not rich.
Listen. Some people just are. But going back to even negative comments. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've grown enough in this space, like on YouTube enough to where I've gotten like a lot of ugly comments. I've gotten a few where I think people have misinterpreted my personality type or misinterpreted things I've said. Like one time I told Jenee, come over to my house, and this was the first one. That's why I remember this one all the time.
I remember my first one too.
Yes, like that's when I got broken in.
Like, what did I do? I'm like, did I piss in your cereal this morning?
I was so devastated. But Jenee came over my house and we were decorating my front porch. And she came over, she just came over. And so I was like, I told her to come over here and help me decorate my porch. Look at how she's dressed. Look at how I'm dressed. Her, me. And someone was like, we love Jenee. And she is known for her fashion. And I don't like friends who are being fake, but then act like they're friends. I'm like, it was a joke. Like, I was being funny. I've known her in real life before I got on this YouTube channel. Trust me. I love her. We are friends. So I was just like, I just deleted it. I never responded. I just deleted it and kept it moving. Okay, so I didn't get anything, but I couldn't check the Good Girlfriends inbox. I don't know. I couldn't check it on this other phone for some reason. I couldn't get into the account. Let me just get out of here and then let me try that way. Oh, wait. No, I had a 2-part question. Okay, let me go back to the other question. I missed it. Okay. What do you say as a single woman to guys who ask, are you single, when you're not interested?
What?
So what do you say as a single woman? So if you're single, what do you say to a guy who asks, are you single, when you're not interested?
Oh, listen, if you're not on TikTok, get the hell on there. And just spend a day. I know it sounds like a lot. Or even a few hours just liking things and disliking things, because then you will curate such a great For You page, and it just knows you. That's why I love every video, but like they know what I like. But there was a TikTok about that, just about like you shouldn't have to say, because even when you're single, and I used to say this all the time, like, oh, sorry, I have a boyfriend. Like basically you're telling that person they should respect the man that you're with more than just them respecting that you're not interested. Oh. Like it shouldn't matter. And I was like, you're so right. Like, it's such an easy cop out, but I should just be able to. But it's also because like some men are crazy and they don't want to kill you.
Right.
You said no, thank you.
Yeah.
But it should just be okay that I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And I don't have to give you a reason I don't fucking know you.
Right. You just came up to me. I wasn't looking at you.
Like there was a TikTok where this girl was like in the car in the passenger seat, and she was with her coworker. They went to go do something, and he like ran into the store. And this man just starts walking up to her car door on the passenger side. And as soon as he starts walking, like obviously she locks the door. And he walks up to the window and is like knocking on the window, like, why'd you lock the door? And she's like, can I help you?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, like, I just wanted to talk to you. Like, basically trying to get her number. And she was like, no, thank you. I'm not interested. And he's like, we just went ham. Like, you stupid fucking bitch. Like, he was like, I should rape you just to like prove a point or show you. It was just horrible. And she was like, you're basically proving the point of why I locked the doors because you're a stranger and I don't know you.
Right. And I'm in danger right now.
Who walks up to someone's car and tries to open the door because you want to talk to me? And she was on when he was walking up, she called her fiance.
Yeah.
And her fiance was just like, I can't believe someone would do that. And she's like, yeah, that's just how men are. Like, I know you can't believe it because you're a great guy.
Yeah.
But like, this is why women get in the car and lock their doors. This is why they're scared.
Yeah.
This is why they like just make up reasons. I have a boyfriend. That's why I can't talk to you.
Yeah.
That was a rant. But I love TikTok. It's
yeah.
Because there's a lot of helpful, valuable information on there. So I would just say, my point is, I would just say I'm not interested. Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, just respect. And I know that's hard to do because people are insane. But that's the reason. What was the reason? That's the reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not interested.
I'm not interested.
I'm not dating right now. I'm not interested. I'm working on myself. Whatever it is, I'm not interested.
Because at that point, you're already explaining too much.
Already.
Oh, just got a bad relationship. I'm not in. What does it matter? I don't even know you. I'm not interested.
I owe you nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't say what you need to say, then if you hit me with the, hey, Miss Lady, and if you don't say, oh, you dropped something, then I'm walking away anyway. My legs falling asleep.
Oh, from being so comfortable?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You like to sit up stick straight.
I'm too comfortable.
Like
my body's uncomfortable.
I feel great.
I'm like moving around like an old person trying to get my bones to wake back up. My leg feels like a TV screen. No, I only sleep. Specialty. So Jenee sleep, like she gets in, like she's not moving. In like I will have to walk myself out. She's done. I only get in the bed
to go to sleep.
There's no other purpose. I'm not sitting in the bed to watch TV. I'm not sitting in the bed to work on my laptop. I only sleep in my bed and sex. She's in. This is hers.
It's my favorite place to be.
Her favorite. And I'm sitting here like uncomfortable. My legs feel like a TV screen. It's like
honestly, if I could just lay flat, literally, I would just be here. Like this. That's the next good girlfriend.
We'll see how comfortable and more comfortable we're doing this to accommodate Jenee. If we did it,
and I'm grateful. Listen, I tried to book a massage tomorrow morning just to help. Listen, I got tired bones.
Okay. But your mom did confirm that your back.
I have a bad back. Yes, and it's
Mama Luxxe.
Like I'm in pain now, but it's so minimal compared to how it normally is. Where I'm just like, it's on fire.
Yeah.
I hate this.
So we can give her some grace. She's not always just tired. Her back actually hurts. And that came from her mom. So she does get into bed kind of early still. Though.
I get in the bed at 9. Last night, actually, I stayed in that room. I didn't like it.
Jenee, you're almost at 100K. You're at 93K right now. Can we just get her up to 100K? Like, what are we waiting on here? 100K? Is that can exciting. We share this video with our friends and tell us to follow?
We'll try not to make it 5 hours long.
Try to make it 5 hours long so we can get her up to 100K. This needs to just go ahead and happen.
Oh my God. What is this?
Tell my legs that we're gonna wake up a little bit.
Okay.
In here.
Yes, change your taxes. Oh, what did I miss? What are we talking about, guys?
I was saying if you're gonna
No, I'm talking about it here.
Yeah, if you're gonna bounce around, like if you're gonna leave your job around the time you're gonna get a bonus, go ahead and change your taxes so you can get the max amount.
Yes, I'm trying to get the trolls out of here, guys. Let's just act like they don't exist. But I'm on it. I'm on it.
I can't get back in here. Okay, now I'm in live. Okay. Okay, so let's see. After experiencing betrayal with friends, how do you make new friends as an adult and protect yourself? I would say don't let your past friendships, like the falling out of your friendships, carry over into you blossoming new friendships with other people. Like, don't be so jaded from the fallout that you won't give other people a chance to get to know you and love on you and develop a friendship. Now, if you notice that you're constantly attracting the same kind of friends, then I would say, do some soul searching on the type of people you seem to be constantly attracting that aren't good for you. Like if people have certain traits that like maybe I don't know, but if there's certain traits in friends that you know that you keep attracting those type of people, then shift that. But yeah, definitely go ahead and let others in. Let some friends in. And I have been meeting so many people on social media, like seriously. Like it's I mean, literally through Instagram. I've been meeting all kinds of people from all over the world. So schedule like a FaceTime call or something. Yeah, I know. Like everybody's my friend. It's almost 8. Jenee's in the bed. Oh no,
Don't make me curse y'all out. Listen. The men can't take rejection. Should practice better social skills. Yeah.
They need a course. Like I think women are all groomed to handle all kind of scenarios, but someone needs to teach these men. Like we don't have to be equipped for everything. They need to, like you said, take some rejection classes or something. Listen, I carry playing no games, and I'm married. Like, hey, you want to talk? Do you want to talk to this on my hip?
Oh, let me check my DMs. If you're just joining, we're just doing Q&A, chit chat, pajama jammy jam. So if you have a question, or you just want our advice on, you can DM us. If you want to keep it private, you can leave it in the chat if you just want to let the world see.
Nicole said, I'll say it for you, sis. You can go to hell.
Period.
Oh my gosh. All right. She said, ladies, arm yourselves with mace, switchblade, bat, gun, or whatever. I actually do, especially again, I don't know, everyone will live in different places, but I don't think that as we are entering back into the world, we do still need to keep ourselves safe. Like however that looks, I don't believe in people, just women especially, just being out here not knowing how to protect themselves at whatever cost and carrying something.
Agreed. Okay, there's no questions in my DMs.
I don't see any. I think I'm caught up on the comments.
So I guess we'll just go through. We're out of questions. So if you have something you want to chat about, you got a question. I guess it doesn't have to be like super deep at this point.
Yeah.
I'll go back through. Yeah, they switch up as soon as you say you're not interested. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
After having experienced betrayal with friends, how do you make new friends as an adult? We
just went that.
Oh, did we?
No. You're right. It is your turn. You go ahead and answer.
Did you answer this one?
It's okay. We didn't get your input.
I was blocking people.
No, that was very important.
Oh no, I have nothing. We can start over. I'm sure I agree with you.
I'm sure I agree with you. Oh, my leg.
What?
My legs.
Oh my God, do you want to stand up?
I need a chair. I need a desk.
She wants to be like this.
I need to just sit.
Take the pillows away so you have to stand at attention.
Fuck. My poor leg is so comfortable.
This is insane. You're uncomfortable because you're so comfortable.
I feel like I just need to just lay down.
Did you not sound insane?
I know, y'all, but my leg, you know that feeling in your leg? My right
Is
one.
it numb?
It's so numb. Like
Okay, well, stand up. Here, you can pour me a drink. Any questions?
I can still hear you guys.
I wish you could see this. Do the Skims robe sweep the floor? They do. How tall are you?
5'2".
She's a midget. I'm 5'3.5". And they do on both of us. She's 5'2". So yeah, and that's what I love about them is that I am a robe connoisseur. I love collecting robes, and it's very hard to find like satin or silk robes that are floor length.
And they have pockets.
They have double ties. It's just 10 out of 10. Like there's not one thing wrong with it. Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
I definitely was sleeping on this robe.
I'm telling you. And it comes with like pants, shirts, shorts, and like a little triangle top. I have the pants that go with this robe and the little triangle top just to be cute. They're not very functional, but it's cute. Have y'all talked about dating yet? Ask us a question.
What
girl.
you need, sis?
What's your current favorite perfumes for spring, summer?
Oh, I just bought the Gucci.
You didn't pour me a drink.
Oh,
It's fine.
that was the assignment.
It's fine. You had one job.
I had one job: get my feeling back my legs and pour a drink.
Go ahead with your perfume.
It's the Gucci. Let me get you the exact one. Is it floral gardenia or it's the.
This is loud.
It really is. It sounds like a water fountain. What is that perfume? Oh, Gucci Flora. It's a limited edition called Emerald Gardenia. So it's only for like one of their spring summer scents. I love it. And then another one that I rotate out is by Tiffany. I really love their newest fragrance as well. I got it for my sister also for Mother's Day. I really love that one. And that's it. I don't have a large collection. You brought yours? Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay. I'm also not like a fragrance connoisseur, but I'll just show you what I got. I have Replica. These are just the 3 I've been using the most right now. Replica by the Fireplace. It looks like this. I also have the candle because I love it. But if you don't like what is it, woodsy scents, then you won't like this. This is I like to like this when I'm laying down, and then I like to layer this on top of things, but it's a little more manly. But it's good for the bedroom, and then I spray this on like after my shower at night, and it's like.
Those are the same scents you said?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then this Valentino, I don't know what this is called though, but it looks like this. So I like to spray this and then put that Replica one just like a spritz, so it's not like so heavy. And and Tom Ford Soleil Neige looks like this. This is like a light summery one. Also, Summer in the Park by Replica is nice too. It's very light and floral.
Oh, this does smell good.
Yeah, it's a good middle.
Yeah,
it's not too florally.
Yeah,
but it's not too woodsy. Husky. Yeah,
and the scents I mentioned are florally. I like sweet scents, like sweet stuff.
I wanted to get my backyard done this summer. What are some advice? Because I watched the backyard video. Yeah, my backyard was a nightmare. We're not even gonna get into it. I think I talked about in that video that we were waiting on our palm tree to come that we paid for, and it came and we sent it back because it was so disappointing for the price we paid, and they just refunded our money. I would say do your research. I unfortunately didn't do my research. I just took a recommendation.
everything I have recommended has been spot on. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
But if you saw that video, you know the price. And it looks great. It's not that it doesn't look great, but it was...
The experience.
The experience was awful. The experience was awful. But it looks great. We've had to do a lot of things. Like we're going to have to go to a palm tree place and pick one out and pay for that separately. We had to go over it and like resand everything and seal it. We're going to have to change the plants out because we didn't get what we wanted, but the hard part is done. So thanks for that recommendation.
No problem. The reason why we're laughing,
do your research,
is because I had my backyard done.
Mm-hmm.
Great experience.
Great experience. She raved about this
from
this
the beginning, even before they did the work. The experience working with the owner, the experience with the layout, everything was great. We had no complaints. And so when I referred them, it's almost like we worked with two totally different people, because the experience she had and I were night and day. And I paid probably not even a third of what you paid, and I just had the greatest experience.
She was like, "Oh, they do this for you. They're gonna do a mock-up for you.
Yes,
you're gonna go to the design center." And I'm like,
yes.
"Okay,
yes."
We just got nothing. We got a hand-drawn sketch. Like she got this computer generated like layout of the backyard. And to me, that's what I was paying for.
Yes,
I was like, I don't even know the design that I want. I really want a designer. I want someone to tell me what's the best layout feng shui of this backyard based on the space we have.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, yeah, they do all that for you. Go in there, you can play around with the computer and put things in different places. I'm like, yeah, we want to get a hot tub. And this lady just drew the backyard and was like, do you like it? And then I was like, oh, can we change this? And she was like erasing things and drawing them in front of me. And I was like, where's the computer? What is it? 1902?
Right.
And I told her, and she's like, what? No, they didn't take you to a computer. And like, you could just move stuff around and be like, oh, I want to try the fire pit over there. I was like, no, she was just erasing squares and drawing them again.
I don't know what happened.
That was our experience.
I don't know what happened.
And for some reason, because we just had a lot going on, we were like, sure, we'll take it. Based on this picture.
Yeah. No, and you even gave her like your actual what did you give her? Your site plan.
Oh yeah, I gave her everything she needed to be successful.
I gave her nothing.
She gave her nothing. She just said, make me something pretty.
Make me something pretty.
And this lady rolled off the red carpet. I gave her my Pinterest board of all of my ideas, exactly what we wanted, the type of plants, trees, what we wanted to include, the site plan of the backyard from the construction people. And she was like, here is my sketch. There's blocks here, and that's a tree.
Night and day, literally. And when she came to my house, she just took pictures on her phone of my backyard. And when she computer generated it, it was gorgeous, like she had gotten it from a drone. It was. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Where are we at?
I think they're talking with each other. Do y'all watch Tyler Perry's Sisters?
I'm so hooked. What polish? Oh, I've been wearing damn, I just had it here.
Was it Essie?
It's Essie, but it's the quick drying, fast drying range.
How often do you switch out your colors? Like how long does it last?
A week. Like this has been all week, and I just got a chip today. Like on this nail, but I'll do them Sunday for next week.
Are you in water a lot?
Just showering. Mm-hmm. So, like today, I was like, oh, I should redo them for the live, and then I was like, y'all far away, so it'll be fine. And I'm gonna be doing house stuff this weekend, so they're just gonna get more of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. I watch Sisters, and I love that show. Do you watch Sisters?
No. I honestly don't watch anything new. I just rewatch old shows because that's all my anxiety can take. I want to know what's happening already.
I love Sisters.
I've been rewatching True Blood.
But that's a great show.
It's a great show. And before that, what was I rewatching before that? Oh, I rewatched what's the show that I watched like 5 times? Yeah.
It's right here.
I know.
It's
with Jenee.
With Joffrey. Oh. Oh. Come on, guys. It's the one that came out with the.
What the hell is it?
It's with Letty, HBO Lovecraft Country.
Yes. We got there. I've watched Lovecraft Country probably 5 times.
That was
like the entire, but I just watched it again last week. Like all week, I just watched it every day. And now this week, I watched True Blood every day. But anywho, I don't know if anyone asked.
Well, how do you deal with procrastination? There's a question we just got in here.
Oh, I'm a horrible procrastinator. I just try to accept it about myself. Like I'm a planner, so I try to like make sure I have a schedule for things, and I just leave myself room to mess up and procrastinate, kind of. Like today, I had something planned, and I knew I needed to get it done, but I also knew I could do it Monday when I'm doing something else, and I didn't do it today.
I think with you though, you're a procrastinator in moments. Like I don't see you as an avid procrastinator. Like I'm a procrastinator in all facets of my life.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like I'm super
up and down.
Yeah.
Like I'm like on 100.
Yeah.
And I do all the things, and then I crash, and then I gotta go up again. And I'm like, all right, let's get back to the planning. And then I'm like, yeah, I planned. I'm doing everything. Yep. This week was
I procrastinate in all facets. Work, sometimes I'm like, I'll get to that email later. Or, I'm consistent in being a procrastinator. But I'm working on it. And I think the biggest thing to get through it is time blocking things when I'm at my best. Trying to work through things in the morning to be like, oh, I'm gonna knock this out. I'm not my best in the morning to knock things out. You catch me 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I am at my prime.
It's peak time. And for me, something I tried to do, I don't know where I saw this. I think it was somebody's YouTube video, but I try to do the hardest thing first. And if I do that, and the hardest thing is relative to you. Like for me, the hardest thing might be like calling the bank, or like just something I don't want to do. It doesn't mean it's technically difficult, but like to me, any adulting shit is just hard. Like I don't want to do it. Yeah. I don't want to call the tax man. I don't want to do it. But every day, whatever the thing is I don't want to do the most, I just try to do that first. Because then it's just like uphill from there. And everything seems so much easier. Yeah. I saw that somewhere. I can't get credit. I don't remember.
No problem. You can take it for right now.
All right. How did y'all know y'all wanted to be with your husbands? That is a great question. Can we go first?
Yeah.
It was quite easy. It just felt right and it felt easy. I always say that. I have a blog post on it. I will try to remember to link it below. But if you just go to my blog, it's under the lifestyle section about when me and Josh met and kind of like the emotional roller coaster I went through personally.
And you touched on that in the other Q&A. Was it Love and Marriage?
The Valentine's Day one.
Yeah, the Valentine's Day one.
So if you want to know more about just that, our relationship specifically. But to me, it was just easy. I feel like, especially where I grew up and the type of relationships I had, there was always a struggle. There was always, and it almost like made it exciting, but it was also exhausting. And it was just always something, an issue, something wasn't right. And it was just like, everything is so easy. And at that point, I was like in the middle of my career at Target. And like, it was just like, life is hard. It's a lot. Like, I want my love life to just be easy and nice and comforting and like fill me up because I'm fucking drained from the world. And that's what
living.
Yeah. Like I'm spent. I can't come home and be more spent and have nothing left to give. And then it was just easy. And I think that's what I say in my blog post. It's just like, love should not be hard. And you also shouldn't have to think that much about it. It shouldn't be this web you're trying to untangle and like a calculation you're trying to solve. Like it should just, it was like all the pieces fell into place and it was just easy and nice. And there was no guessing. That was also a big thing. There was no like, I was a huge like dater, and I was good at playing the game. Like I would date 5 people because I'm not going to put all my eggs in nobody's basket. So to me, it was just like, oh, I don't have to beg you for your feelings because you're
Mhm.
so open with them. You
Mhm.
want me to know how much you like me, how much you care, and that like this, like you're in this thing. Like you are so forthcoming.
Mhm.
That it's like, huh, that's interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, it's just easy. Oh, well, you just want to hang out all the time. Okay, every day. Okay.
Mhm.
So you like this is like we're gonna be together. Okay.
Mhm.
Like literally, I remember being like, so what? We're gonna get married? And Josh was like, yeah. And I was like, but like, what? We gonna get married? I mean, like, I'm old, you're young, I'm black, you're white. What the hell are we doing here? And he was like, yes, we are. And I was like, I don't see it for us. I just don't see it for us.
Oh
And
my
here we
gosh.
are.
And here y'all are. I love it. Love to see it.
Love to see it. Your turn. Mr. Man is watching.
I say I agree. I think when you know you found the one, it was because of the ease. And I think I love when you put it like there was no struggle.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have to go through, and I think also to coming up listen to like the music that we listen to, like we were talking about Brandy and Monica.
Another good one.
Like Monica always had like this kind of struggle. Like I lived those struggle-esque relationships where my ex was constantly cheating on me. Like he just couldn't stop. He couldn't help himself. And so I learned so much trying to navigate. What's he doing now? Caught you again. And living that life that by the time I got with Rashad, it was like, oh, you're going to pay for the food?
What kind of alien creature is this?
Oh my God.
What the heck?
You have your own?
This is amazing.
You have your own vehicle?
What my God. In the world?
You're clean? Wow. Oh my, you have good credit? Wow. Like there was no like, oh, you're just gonna leave your phone right here, face up around me? That was the ease of like, there was nothing.
Like we're not trying to play games here.
We're not playing any games. Yeah. And I think that I also, because again, we're just coming straight out of that relationship, was at a no nonsense. Straight out of a
relationship too.
Yeah. I was a no nonsense. I was like, listen, if you got this going on, this going on, and you want to take this further, get rid of that and then we can move forward.
I also feel like that can be a good place to be. Because you're like, I don't even need to be doing this right now. So like, it really, like if this doesn't work out, like let's just, like that was literally like a daily conversation. Like this, we don't have to be doing this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're still here.
Yeah.
You're still calling.
Yeah.
And I actually never went through a lot of, even though I saw struggle as a normal thing or just issues, I never had bad relationships. There's another question. So I had one and we'll talk about that next.
Okay.
But most of my relationships, I always say I could have probably married almost every boyfriend I had. Like they were nice. They treated me as best they could. They were fine relationships. I just always knew that wasn't it. Like this can't be it.
Yeah. Like you just felt it.
Like it's fine. I could, I'm sure there's people that get married out of the relationships that I've had. But I just felt like, so that was another thing. It was just, I felt like I could stay here.
Yeah.
But I've done people quick. I'm not seeing it for us.
And
there's no reason. There's no, besides I don't feel it, which is a reason enough. But there's no like, you're doing me wrong or like it's down bad or like, it was just like, I don't see it for us.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm going to have to.
This ride's over. Thank you for
But it's been great.
Yeah.
It's been great. Yeah. I'm a better person. I hope you're a better person. But I don't.
We're done here. It's over.
Because I should be like this. On, like, like, that's my man.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we're together.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's working.
Have you ever dealt with true heartbreak? If so, how did you deal with it? And how long did it take to heal? I'll let you go first, but I got a good one.
That wasn't the question. That wasn't the good question.
Oh yes, that is the good question.
Oh.
Yes, I have, and I have a story.
Yeah. Yes, I have dealt with true heartbreak, and I think this happened twice where I can say, oh, I really dealt with heartbreak that I remember feeling sick, like. I'm not gonna live. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it when I wake up. Absolutely. Like so
Absolutely.
lovesick from being heartbroken the first
And
time.
that was my karma, baby. I will never forget it.
But I guess in more recent time, absolutely, how long did it take me to get over it? I think it didn't take as long because shortly after getting out of one relationship, I was in another one that was perfectly aligned for me. So I don't think it went as long, but I had already dealt with so much that it was much easier to make a cleaner break. Like I had already been like, you know what? And even when we broke up, it was so calm. Like the last straw was just like, all right, well, I believe that you're just not going to be faithful. And let's just accept where we stand with this. And caught you again.
Caught you again. Here we are.
Here we are. So I'm gonna leave. My mom's gonna just come help me get my stuff. And you can stay here. I don't need to stay here. I don't need anything at all. I'm just gonna go ahead and end this, and I wish you well. Nothing but the best, but this no longer serves me anymore. And that was how it ended. The first time he broke my heart was like, I remember it took me, I was working at a school and we were out for spring break or some kind of break. So we were out for that week. And that was the week I found out the first time he cheated on me. I shriveled away into like a tiny little thing of skin. Like I was so sick to my stomach and depressed. And it took me getting back, like the following week when the kids were back, it took those kids bringing back my life and bringing back like joy and memory. Like, you know what? Look at these little tiny people. They love me. Like, well, they're not going to hurt me. Like, it took me getting back into a routine, getting back into life, getting back and not wallowing all week into my sorrow that just got me back up and moving again. So, but now, like I said, after going through that so long, it was like, all right,
we're done here.
We're done here. Mom's on the way.
Appetite for chic. You said, but you didn't see it with your husband either, right? Not exactly. It was for very specific reasons. So as soon as we met, it felt right. Read my blog post, but my main hangups were just the interracial part and our age gap. But it wasn't about like, I didn't feel like it was a good fit, like our relationship. It was too good. And I was just like, but I'm so much older. Like, there's no way this is going to work because of these two things. I've never dated outside my race before. Like, what the hell? I'm supposed to have black love. Like, what is this? What am I supposed to do with this? And I'm older than you. Like, I've never dated anyone younger than me. Like, there's just too many things. Too many things. And I was just in my head. But very different scenario. Was yours in college? Or right after? Heartbreak.
Oh, yeah. Through college and right after.
Oh, yeah. You really hanging in there.
Yeah. See, I wasn't a dater. I was like, I love you. We love each other. This feels good. We're together. Like, I was a relationship person.
Yeah. So my college boyfriend crushed me. And again, I was a dater. So it was my karma. It was I never saw it for myself. And it was also my karma because I broke up with someone to be with this person. And when I tell you, I went through everything I put that other person through, it was like unbelievable, inconceivable. Like, I remember us breaking up because that was kind of like my like high school and I took a year off type of sweetheart where it was just like puppy love and we were just together every day and like and it was kind of like, okay, I'm going to college now. Like, I just want to be free. And then I had met this guy. He was on a football team. And I'm just like, listen, it's over. And I remember him, the guy I broke up with, being so distraught and like, how is my life going to go on? Like literally just like down bad. And I just remember being like, what the fuck is the problem? Like, just get over me. Like, it's fine.
Get over me.
When I tell you, I felt like I was repeating his same words 2 years later. But I just remember being like, what is your problem? Like, why can't you just like get over it? Like, but that was already, I had already found somebody else. It was like, listen, I got a new man. Like, you're really messing things up here. And then that man, we were together for 2 years. I think my sophomore year to sophomore and junior year. And he cheated on me and I caught him. I caught him, like intuition. This is my first intuition.
Yeah.
I was, because he would go home. We lived close enough that we would go home on the weekend sometimes.
Together.
But usually I would stay with him.
Oh, okay.
Like we both lived like 30 minutes away from each other. But I would still like stay with him sometimes. And this night I didn't. And when I tell you, I woke up in the middle of the night and just knew something wasn't right. I think I had called him, and he was one of those like always answer the phone. Like he didn't go out to the club. He didn't like drink. He was a good guy. So I was just like, something right. And I got my ass up and I drove to his house. And it's like, at this point, it's like 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And his car wasn't there. And they lived in a neighborhood where like the doors were always unlocked.
Yeah.
And like, so I was just like, I'm just going to go in and sit and wait. Like I go to his house all the time. So I walk in his room and there's a letter open. And it's talking about how this girl wrote the letter to him saying that she can't believe he's making her have an abortion and how he still wants to be with me instead of her after all that they've been through. And I could have just vomited right there. But I'm still pretty smart because my first thought was Christmas had just passed. And at the time I was working at Nordstrom, I made a lot of money working at Nordstrom. And I had gave him a lot of money to fix his car. Like it was like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? What do I want for Christmas? I was like, oh, well, I made a bunch of sales during Christmas. So the first thing I did was took my money. He had a little stash. And I was like, let me get my money real quick. And then I just sat in my
exit strategy.
That was my exit strategy. Like I read that letter and it was his little stash was right under the table. So I was like, let me just get my money real quick. Because you ain't about to fix your car, drive this bitch around.
No.
This is what we're not going to do. And then I just sat in my car and I just couldn't, but I was distraught.
Yeah.
And when they finally, both of them came back to the house and she was trying to fight me because she took my man. I don't know why you're upset. And I remember like literally being like going back and forth with him. And I was like, okay, in my mind, I envisioned if I ever caught someone cheating, they would be groveling. And that's not really happening.
Yeah.
So like, I'm a little confused.
This is not how I saw this.
This is not how I saw this going.
Right.
Like, I assumed you would be like begging for my forgiveness.
Right.
And you kind of look a little perplexed.
Yeah.
You seem like you don't know which way. Like,
Like you're telling me to get over it. And I'm
like, he's kind of like trying to calm us both down. And I'm like, this is not how I saw this going. I thought it was going to be like, fuck her. Like, I can't believe I did that to you. And I was like, do you love her or something? Yeah. And he was like, yeah. And I was just like, oh, dagger in the chest. I'm dead. It's all making sense now. And then after that, I still tried to be with this man. Because we still had to go to school together. We still had 2 classes together that, we set up together. Yeah. That's up planning cute. Yeah. And I remember it was probably like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks of like, me still calling him like, we need to work this out. Like, how are we going to work this out? And I just remember being on the phone with him. I'll never forget it. And him being like, I was just like, I don't understand, like, basically why you're not trying to work it out with me. Like, why do I feel like I'm begging you to be with me and you cheated on me? And he was like, well, stop begging. That was the last time we ever talked. I was like, bitch, you're fucking right. Like, what am I doing? Yeah. But literally, I was like, I'm begging you to be with me. Yeah. After you cheated on me. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You are correct. You can go to hell.
I just needed to hear the words.
I needed to hear the words. And that was my karma. Good times. Yeah. But then after that, I was like, nobody. Yeah. I have no heart.
Yeah. But I think too, like you said, it takes one heartbreak to be like, all right, here's my position in life. Like it changes you a bit. Like it makes me like, there's nothing that any of my friends can tell me or any signs I can see. I was spotted.
I just went to wash the dishes and came back to this.
Yes, my ex had me so good.
My mouth is agape at this letter. When I tell you, I could have vomited. And it was, the best part. It was his friend. This was his, his best friend. Yeah. So I knew that I never met this person. I always thought that was weird. Yeah. But I remember instances, like once I saw the letter, I remember instances where it was like she would come over but didn't want to come inside, or they would be outside talking. But at the time, you just think like, oh,
they're friends.
But then it was just like so many instances where I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Child.
Well, that was the cutoff for me. Was
He
my
said he
ex?
loved her with his whole chest.
Oh,
I said, sir, I feel like you can't choose.
Right.
And I'm not sure why. Like that was
this is me.
I'm like,
this is her.
I'm trying to make it easy for you. If you could just choose me, and we could like probably go on with the day.
Mhm.
It's early.
Yeah.
I gotta go to work at 3.
Mhm.
Can we just?
Yeah.
You send her home, and we can.
Did you still go to work after that?
I had to go to work at 3.
You didn't call. How did you do it?
I was distraught. I had Regina, luckily.
Oh, okay. Like I would have called out. I could have. I don't know if I would have made it. Yeah. I wouldn't have. But I think it takes going through a bad one, and that's not in all cases. Like love doesn't have to be a struggle, but the right love, you don't have to go through these things. You just don't have to. And I will never accept it. You just don't have to go. And I just couldn't. I really, and even after me and my ex broke up, and the last thing that broke the back was he got someone pregnant. So it's like, and I had a conversation with the girl. Like that's how I found out. I dropped him off to go. He used to play poker, so I dropped him off to go play poker and went back home. And when I say it was nothing, but the Holy Spirit literally said, "Go to the car."
You knew.
Like it literally, I was like chilling. Go to the car? What do you mean go to the car? It's in the garage. And it was that clear and that loud. I went to the passenger side of the car and his phone had fallen in between the door and the seat. This is the freakiest thing I ever. It was that loud and that clear. I was like, go to the car. And I went right to the passenger side and opened the door. I had already been home for a couple hours at this time too. So then I opened the door and there was his phone. As soon as I opened it, I don't even know if I got in the password. I don't even know how I got in the phone. But as soon as I opened it, it's the girl messaging him. And I'm just like, I see the whole thread. And she's like, why are you? So I said, hey, I'm not sure why you're texting him, but I don't know what's happening here. And then so I was like, we're going back and forth. So I called her. I called the number. And so he had been living this life that was, he was living a life on a different name. He was living
She didn't know his name? And she was pregnant?
Yes. I had to prove to her
who he was.
I was like, no, sis, we're talking about the same person, but that's a totally different, like, yeah, he's living a totally different life. So even with that, once the girl and I, we didn't fight or we didn't get into, we just talked very calm. I didn't have anything against this girl. She didn't know who I was. And she started talking. She was like, yeah, she said, I actually think I saw you one day.
The Holy Spirit opened the phone.
He said, I got you, girl. And open that phone for me. And then right after, she was like, oh, yeah, and I'm pregnant. And I was like, well, listen, I wish you well also. I promise you, young lady, I won't be fighting you for him. I won't be doing that. So I hope y'all work it out and make the best decision for you and your family. Yeah.
Oh, it's probably my requested. Sorry, I'm trying to look. If you said you sent something.
Oh,
I'm trying to see something.
Okay.
It was in my
It was in yours?
Yeah, but it was in my requests.
Oh, yeah.
There. Sorry if you said
gotcha.
There.
Okay.
Whew, okay.
This is turned.
Okay.
So I'm dead. This is stuff that happens. Oh my gosh.
Okay. This one's kind of, I feel like this one might be for you. I'm not sure. Let me just talk through it.
Okay.
Moved to London for my MSc. I don't know what that is. 3 years ago. Got a visa sponsorship to work afterwards in the NHS. I know that's healthcare outside London, away from friends and family. It was going well, and then COVID struck, and I was on my own. Now I'm struggling a long hauler in this very demanding healthcare role. Not coping since returning to work. Still working reduced hours for about 8 months. Considering changing jobs, but finding an employer to sponsor has been a big issue. If I pivot to a non-clinical career, I'm not sure what I'll do. Having the sponsorship issue is making me very anxious. I don't want to return to my home country. I don't know if I have the facilities to help. I don't know a lot about visas. Come on, help us out.
So, man, this is switching gears on me here.
Oh, I really just threw you.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Oh, put my corporate voice back, my corporate brain back on. That one was gone a while ago.
I apologize.
No problem. So, I think what the answer here is.
I should have went with this one next. Sorry. Give us what you got.
Yeah.
Oh. You want to pause on that one?
Can we come back to that?
We'll come back to that.
Let me, because I want to give a thorough response.
What are your thoughts on constant arguing in a marriage and not being able to fully recover before something else easily hits, even when it's communicated that you reached your peak and it's just too much?
Then I would suggest soliciting like a third party, like somebody neutral, whether it's a counselor, an unbiased friend, or some other person who can mitigate between you both, because clearly there's like a gap that you guys cannot talk. Like y'all can't communicate, and there's still more hurt because y'all haven't even gotten over one thing. So I think if he's open to counseling, then have someone needs to intervene. But I don't think like calling it quits, because it seems just to be, there's something in the communication that's just not clicking, and having someone else referee this whole thing so y'all can unpack and get through some of those.
I agree. I just don't think arguing is healthy, helpful, purposeful. And it's a easy way to, it's almost like you just fall into a routine, and you can mix it up with like passion. I'm trying to think about like the last, like me and Josh don't argue. We get irritated with each other, but we both know when that irritation happens. And usually I'll be like, my bad. Like I was being an asshole. Or I'll be like, hey, that bothered me when you did X, Y, and Z. And we'll literally talk it through, but that's obviously come from years of other relationships. And for me, I want us to dead the bad stuff as quick as possible. So if something bothers me, I might need to, I do like to be more thoughtful with what I say. So sometimes I'll think about it for a minute to figure out what really is bothering me. But then I just say it. Yeah. Like, I don't like when you said that to me. It made me feel like this. And he'll be like, oh, well, that's not what I was trying to do. Like, oh, my bad, or I'm sorry, whatever. But when I did argue, it was just, to me, a sign that we weren't compatible. Like, it was two fiery people, and we just revved each other up. Like, oh, you mad? I'm mad. Like, that's how it was. Oh, I remember like the straw that was like, this is super toxic, was like, I don't know if we were like, there was some bill that I paid with my ex, and I just remember throwing the money at him, which is like totally out of my character.
Like on ATF, like, you disrespectful, you just threw money at me.
That's exactly how it was. And it was literally out of pure anger. Like, I just remember being like, like, it was just so ignorant.
The whole picture
it was
here.
So ignorant. Like, he was in another room, and it was kind of like, take your money, you stupid. Like, it was just so, and it was just like bills flying everywhere. That money had nothing to do with our argument. But it was like just something I could do because we were arguing, and I needed to give him the money to pay the bill. Yeah. And it was just like, this is not who I am. And it's just like, we can never resolve anything because we literally are just like, we're too much alike. Yeah. That's what our issue was. We were both, I don't even know what to call us. Yeah. We weren't the same sign, but we just both like, you got an attitude, I got an attitude. Yeah. You mad, I'm mad. You until we get here. We're just like, instead of being like, oh, that bothered you, why did it bother you? Like, that's we're just like, oh no, you want to be mad about that? I'll be mad about this. Yeah.
And because you guys have already gotten to places, it's like the next argument is like, well, we need to go here, and then we build from there.
Yeah. This is nothing. This is nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, bring in somebody else is my point. I completely agree. Because those are signs, to me, those are signs that this ain't it. Because communication is everything. Like, that's something I value the most in our relationship, is that I can just say what is bothering me without it mounting up. Like, I can just say it without any repercussion. The repercussion is that we're going to fix the issue or get to the root of the problem. people don't communicate because the repercussion is like, well, you're just gonna yell at me.
Yeah.
Like, we're never gonna get to an end because it's just gonna make it worse if I say something, so let me not say something.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helps.
No, that was good. Because I think when it comes to marriages, it's not as easy as, okay, we're not working, I'm out. Like, you gotta put some more skin in the game to make it work, because marriage is work, and because opposite of a boyfriend and girlfriend, sometimes you're committed to do this for life. So we gotta get through life together. Like, we have to figure this thing out some way, somehow. And then you can walk away and say, I've done everything that I can do, whether I talked through, or we got counseling, whether we went to church, whether we got baptized, whether we had open, whatever you have to do to resolve it, you can then be able to walk away and say, I've done everything we can do, and we're no longer able to make it. So, but like I said, and I know there's times, like, this is something that even Rashad and I had to go through, is learning how to talk to each other. And then we went so long with him being separated, like when he was deployed, learning how to communicate not through email anymore. It was like, now how do I talk to you in person? Because it's like, all right, good night, and that's it. And then we came in person and had to talk through things. It's like, I'm not sure. I mean, it's over, because that was the end of the sentence. Like, it's done now. No, we need to finish talking through it. Can I just email you and then we can sort it out? Like, we had to relearn how to communicate with each other, because we were just like not understanding how to talk to each other anymore. Like, I mean, we were like fighting, but we just were like literally sitting here. Like, at one point we were like going back and forth. We were like,
what's your problem? What's your problem?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I'm just trying to say this. It's like, I'm trying to say this. Well, I love you. Well, I love you. Well, then you're aggravating me. Well, you're aggravating me. And we were just like,
it's like that scene. What's that movie? It's also a TikTok.
I could imagine.
Where it's like, why do we fight? I don't know. You're such a dick. I am such a dick. People think I'm so nice, but I'm such a dick. Thank you for admitting that. That's literally how, like, you have to just squash it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'm like, that was a little harsh. My bad.
Too soon.
I thought about it.
Right.
It was a bit much.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm
having too many flashbacks with these boyfriend stories.
I'm telling you. Okay, here's a comment here. I opened up an email from my husband with subject to my better half, but I didn't receive that email. It needs to say I'm divorced.
Ooh.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry you went through that. We're trying to get caught up here from the stories we went through.
Me too.
You guys are so funny. I love how y'all even interacting with each other. Like, I love our community. Brianna says, I love how you both are highlighting the fact that your relationships are not a struggle. Struggle love is definitely a concept that's glamorized for women to endure. Yes, I agree.
I agree, and I never prescribe to that.
No.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Alexis said, I almost forgot to eat my edibles fooling with y'all tonight. Go ahead, eat your edible, Alexis. Yeah. Did you have another one? Was there something else you said you were going to come back to?
It was a work one. I don't know if you're ready.
Oh.
I don't know if we're on that vibe tonight. We're drinking margaritas. Mm-hmm. I'm drinking it mainly.
I am.
Okay.
Oh, we're at the same place. Mm-hmm. We're the exact same from my original.
Yeah.
My original.
Yeah, it's original. It's fine. I keep it light with her. I don't drink 5 of these.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is a good one.
Okay.
Are you all the dominant in your marriages? I would say no. But I would also say I don't feel like our marriage is based just on respect.
Mm-hmm.
we're very much partners, but I also feel like I know how to let him be the man in the marriage. But I think if you don't know us, you would think I'm the dominant just because I'm louder, even though I'm not a loud person. But compared to Josh, I would be the loud person.
Yeah.
But I think when you're around us, we very much play our roles based on what needs to happen. What's your perspective?
You're right. You're not. I would think that you would be more dominant or assertive, but you're not. Like, you're very thoughtful of like I can't remember if it was something I said, let's do something, or what do you think about this? And she's like, let me talk with Josh first. I'm like, no, let's just do it. Like, because I thought you were like, you know, like, I really know that you respect getting his thoughts or including him. Like, that's very at the forefront of your mind when you make decisions.
And I think it's because of his personality. Like, I know that I need to be that way because I could easily not be that way. And he's so kind and thoughtful that he probably wouldn't say anything. But what would that do to our relationship in the long run? So I try to be very thoughtful. Thanks for noticing.
I checked you, girl. Yeah. I am. Rashad is an alpha male.
He absolutely is.
And I don't think I'm an alpha woman. I just
but y'all have good balance.
Yeah. Like, I can be assertive, but he also is, I'm not going to say submissive, but he's very much, he invests in our marriage to make sure that I'm okay and I'm safe and I'm happy. Like, that is very important to him. And like, I can just run wild and he has to pull me back in. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to bring you along. My bad. Sorry about that. I got a little distracted.
I think you can do that because he's such an alpha. You know, it won't hurt him or like have any effect. But it also sometimes has to like bring you back to reality. Hey, we're a team.
Yeah, this is a team. You're over there and you left me back here. But oh yeah, I forgot.
But it makes it so funny.
People think we're like a show. I don't know. Like, the stuff that goes on, we can't make it up. Like, it really, I can be so sporadic that it's just, you know, if someone does
a balance.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, you guys have great balance. And I feel like that's what our relationship is like balance. We're very different, but we also are very aware.
Yeah.
But like, if we were the same, it would be awful.
Yeah.
And if you guys were the same, it'd be awful.
Yeah.
Someone has to be
someone has to, and we yo-yo at different times. Like, sometimes I have to step in and be a bit more aggressive. Like, if he's absent, like, all right, I got this. I'm gonna round up the taxes. I'm gonna round up this. I'm gonna be the, you know, not saying the man, but you know, it's when he's not physically here, then I have to take on making sure things are ran accordingly. But yeah, he has to pull me back or remind me, hey, we came as a pair. You're over there. Oh yeah. Like, come on over here, buddy.
You definitely do. Yes, the margarita is so good. I have all the flavors as well. It's a good, like, easy drink when you don't want to make something. Like, I prefer martini or Grand Marnier is really good, but that's like very mixed. It's just a lot of work sometimes. And this is just like pour right out of the bottle.
Oh, Sebastian said there are like other flavors.
There are.
He says it's like 4 flavors.
There are. You've had.
I only had 2. I only saw 2.
Oh, yeah. There's blueberry. There's peach. There's mango.
Oh, I gotta try the other ones. Yeah, I've only had the blueberry in this one. What do I think is her beautiful boy band new edition?
I think when you're in a healthy relationship, you capitalize on each other's strengths and compensate for the weaknesses. Absolutely. We absolutely do that. And I feel like we just pick up on what the other person is passionate about or good at, because it's a lot of shit to do in life. Like, even just with house stuff or like what each person is responsible for. Like, the roles aren't always the norm. Like Josh loves loading the dishwasher. Like that's just kind of like his thing. I like to clean our bedroom and bath. Like those are the things that I just naturally do. But even like on a bigger scope, we just kind of like come to a like understanding if you have the right balance of like, oh, that's your thing, that's my thing. Here's where you need me to pick up. Here's where I need you to pick up.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
But no, I do agree, and I think sometimes it's almost even a part of like picking and choosing your battles. Like sometimes you have to just let some shit just go. It's just not being right. Isn't always the objective.
Who the hell cares?
Like,
am I gonna get a medal?
Who the hell cares? Like, I can be very anal about laundry. He's very anal about dishes. Like,
I don't know why.
It's something about that water in that sink and his dishes. Like, he's zero tolerance. Like, he thinks I'm a slob if I have a cup and a bowl in the dishwasher in the sink. You know, but if the washing, like their laundry, like I wash everything at the same time. He will initiate laundry, but if he doesn't finish it all, I'm like, you're animal. You're just not gonna finish the whole, you know. And so we just realized, you know what? Instead of fighting about things, you got dishes, I got laundry. It's all good. This is me over here. You do that over there. So picking and choosing the battles is
sometimes I even have to like talk myself down from things. Like again, choosing your battles. Like, oh, that bothered me. And I'm just like, you don't need to say anything. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really fucking matter. It just it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like I could bring it up and just show that it irritated me.
Yeah. But the point would be just to show that it irritated you.
Or like I was right about something. I could say I was right about it. I'm not gonna win anything.
I save it.
Like
coming back up though.
That's not where I was going.
Coming back.
Sometimes it doesn't matter because you're a team.
Some scenarios you need to save that nugget,
put it in your backpack.
I put it on in my pocket, and when the time is right, I'm like, well, funny you didn't like that I did that.
Because in 2020,
yep, I do recall explaining to you a scenario, and you didn't understand what I was saying. This is the same thing here. This is it.
I'm a first-time homeowner. It's beautiful work. I do laundry, hubby cooks. I love that. Do you believe in joint checking accounts? I think it just depends on your relationship. We have accounts together and separate.
Yeah, same. Separate
and most of it is just out of laziness. Like the accounts we had when we met, we have those accounts. And then we have accounts for like retirement and stuff together.
Yeah. When we first got together, it's been now like 12 years. So 12 years ago, I was making like $9. Like I wasn't making any money to join with him. He was already established. Like he already had his own house, and you know, he was still in the military. So he's in the military now, but he had already, his life was running like a well-oiled machine with his accounts, auto drafted things coming out. So me coming in, I didn't have anything to contribute with my $9 an hour.
You're like, look what I got.
Like, yeah, so
this week's check.
Right. So
you want me to pay the light bill?
And then when he went off to deploy, he was like, I mean, just continue living and the stuff will still get paid.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's just how it's been. And now that, you know, I'm making comparable to him, it's not like we just haven't done anything different.
Things are just the way they work.
Yeah.
And for us, we also work together. Even though you see me most of the time, I attribute a lot of my work. Like I consider me and Josh partners in HighLowLuxxe. Because he takes all my pictures. Like he works on the weekends. He works during the week after work to help me with my work. So to me, my money is his money. It's just our money. And his money is, of course, my money.
Right.
I didn't choose the battles with my ex. I made everything that bothered me. We fought like hell. Now he's my ex.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Well, if y'all meant to be, maybe y'all can work through those battles. Like maybe y'all can rekindle things. Go ahead and give him a call, sis. If you miss him and you love him still, just call him. Call him up.
How do you handle women flirting with your husband in your face? My husband is really fine. Okay, girl. And the waitress is always trying to flirt with him. I always make jokes. I make light of a lot of things. So I feel like that's just how I do things. Like when we're out and someone like, I'll be like, oh, they're looking at you. Okay. Like I just joke about things. So I just don't get bothered. But that happens.
Yeah.
And I'll just be like, you see how she was looking at you? Okay.
I think we joke about it, and the thing is what's so funny, and we say it because it's been very much like it's a thing now. White women love Rashad.
Yeah.
Black women don't. I mean, if they look at him, we've never really noticed it. White women, they do not care if I'm there or not. They will be all his. He took Chloe to the beach the other week. He sends me a picture. This white woman is right back there. He said I had to take a picture because now it's become funny because it always happens.
And I think obviously it can be funny when it's respectful.
Yeah.
Now,
don't get it twisted.
Yeah. I've never experienced it being disrespectful. So
right.
All I can say is that I just make light of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like no one's like he's not passing.
Like to me it's a compliment. Mm-hmm. Like I know.
Yeah.
I know. We need some ketchup. Thank you. I know that's right.
What is it? Oh yeah, I told her to call her ex. Are you gonna call your ex? I think you should. No, you don't double back.
Oh, I never did.
Oh no, but she misses him.
Well, that's different. I said I.
Yeah.
Right, he's already mine. It's just funny to me. I appreciate it. I like to observe and wait and see if a pattern exists. Then once I have my set pattern, I bring it to his attention and present Exhibit A.
That's me. That's Nakima.
That is you.
Nakima.
You little psycho.
Nakima, you and I are here. That is me. Because again, this goes back to my message gets lost if I say if I'm like, oh, there's the he's not gonna comprehend this right now. I need to save this Exhibit A.
Like, and then
yes. Because
if you look on the screen,
yes,
you will see on January 23rd.
Yep. And it's not even about getting him back. It's just because the examples have been because he doesn't like I did something. And I'm like, but honey, this is the same exact thing that you do. It's like, no, I don't. Yes, you do. So then when he does it, okay, here we go.
And I'm gonna make it another 5 times you did it. Not just one.
No, I'll bring it up after like the 1 or 2 times. Okay. No, actually about 1 time I will. Before I used to save up all of them. But then it was like, that's not good. That's just being petty. It's a bit excessive. And also my memory is like nowhere near as strong as it. So I have to just go ahead and get it out then. But then when I can bring it up, I was like, honey, remember you said that this is the same thing you were talking about. And he receives it so much better.
Good to know.
But I'm holding it. If I've been trying to make a point, you're not listening to me.
All right. Good to know. You see how comfortable I am?
I mean, because we said we're not going to talk for 3 hours. We said we're cutting off at 1 hour.
When I tell you I am in bliss right now, there's no other place I'd rather be than right here.
I think this is the only way we've gotten this far is because you're in the bed.
Absolutely. I said an hour today.
You affirm 1 hour.
Y'all can go to hell.
We had Rogered up. I was tired. You were tired. We said
that's how we got to the no makeup situation.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way I'm going to put on makeup.
No. We can do some brows.
To sit in the bed.
We
already said we were sitting in the bed last week. And then we were just like, it's a Friday night. We're girlfriends. We don't need to be made up for each other. You don't know how we look. Right.
And speaking of Friday nights, we're thinking of changing this, guys.
Well, if we do it in the bed every Friday night, I'll be here.
My right leg clearly doesn't want to do that.
I'm not going back to the couch.
Yeah.
Ever?
I
don't know. I'll go back.
if you have a back.
But this is in rotation.
We can add this in rotation.
This is in rotation.
But no, I think even about the day, Friday.
Yeah, Friday is a lot. Let us know what you guys think.
Let us know what you guys think. Let us tell you our scenario here. Friday nights come up and we are exhausted. And that was even part of the reason why we've been like flexing around it, or we haven't been as consistent, is because we just literally want to give you guys our best. And come Friday, we're pooped. And then also two things come up. Like your family was visiting.
You were out of town.
And then I went out of town. So like, do you guys like Fridays, or can we change it to like Sunday? Should we take this to Instagram sometimes? We never go to Instagram. No.
It's just not, this has no longevity on Instagram. I feel like it's just easier to sit and watch. Because if you miss it, you can just get on YouTube and watch it anytime.
True that.
And then we can link anything, and it's just more helpful.
True that.
I believe.
Well, you guys let us know. Hi, so nice to make this live chat. Hey, Frida, glad you were able to join.
What is Ready for Love that people have to watch at 9?
Oh, listen.
I honestly do not watch. I just watch the same things over and over.
I've seen I think it's with nephew
old.
Tommy. I've seen the previews, but I haven't ever watched the show.
I'm intrigued. What channel does it come on?
Are you going to watch it?
I might. I don't really like reality TV though.
I think I have like my solids, and I can't really change from that. Like adding any more.
I'm probably gonna just finish True Blood season 6.
You really will. You really will. You've been flying through that.
It's so good. I watch it all day long. Like I just keep it on.
Every time I talk to you, you're
on.
like, hold on, let me.
Because I know it's gonna happen. But it's just like I love the characters, and it's just entertaining to me. I'm like, oh yeah, you get them, Suki. All right. What are we doing now? All right, Lafayette. Okay.
All right, Lafayette. Oh, I love. Do you know he died in real life?
I did, which makes it a little sad.
I know.
Yes, that is me. People that have high anxiety find comfort with watching the same thing over and over again. That is me.
I cannot watch the same thing over and over. Like once I watch,
my mom says she watches Ready to Love. It's on OWN. Thank you, girl.
Really?
So it's just a relationship show,
like a game show?
No.
Like, is there a winner?
I don't think so.
Oh,
is it like a relationship coaching kind of show? Does anybody watch this show? Y'all ain't saying nothing. What's it called?
Okay,
Ready
so
for
Sundays.
Love.
Yeah.
What is Ready for Love? If you watch it, what is it?
Yeah, give us a rundown.
Is it celebrity relationships?
I know there's like
it's
several
a dating
couples.
Show. Okay. Oh my head.
Not thinking. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I'm not sure. Ready to be invested.
These people famous?
Like, what's the end game? Like, when does it end? So Sunday evening.
Oh, like Love Island. Yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I would like that.
You know what it is? This could also be for me like an anxious thing. Sometimes I watch things and it makes me uncomfortable for people, and I don't like that.
But oh, she really got embarrassed.
Yeah, like literally, and it just I have an actual like reaction where I'm just like I'm so embarrassed or traumatized like for this person. Like I don't have time for this. Love is the end game. To get a man is the end game.
Oh, so then that makes me question if this is real or not, and then I have to go through that. Am I watching something real? Or is this fake? And then
think Real World, but the goal is for folks to couple up. I did used to love Real World, but it was like Real World was so real. It was like
I felt
regular ass people.
Yeah. People are now so ready to show out for the camera.
Yeah, then it's like Real World was just like
real.
Thank you.
So real.
Black Love comes on at 10. What is that?
Black Love? I don't think I've seen that either. I mean, did y'all watch like Real Housewives? I like Love and Marriage Huntsville. I do watch that. Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I watch Potomac.
I don't know if any of them will end up a couple. Yeah, I just don't really watch any reality TV anymore.
No reality. I don't.
It might be because of my job, honestly. Like anything, I don't know, social is just like, it almost feels like work to me. So I did used to love, I don't watch Atlanta Housewives anymore, but sometimes I will. Usually with someone. It's like an activity.
Yeah. I'll always watch them. They're the home team. So they're saying they'll be here. Whatever day we pick, they'll be here for us.
Yeah, I think that's what it is with reality TV. It just got it got fake. And it's just like not as fun to me anymore. So I'm just like, I appreciate the drama, but it's also like, look, it's not even real. Not that I want, and it's like almost exhausting. That might be another anxiety.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't want to feel spent. Like, oh my God, there's so much happening. Like, oh, the idea of other people watching other people fight, I'm just like, I'm stressed. No, thank you.
That's a no for me. There feels like there was something.
I think they're so Houston.
Houston?
Some people say I feel like the show is so Atlanta, and someone said I feel like they're so Houston.
Where are they though?
Yeah, where is the show?
Yeah.
People were talking about Sisters.
That show is good.
Is it?
And the one that comes before that with the presidents, with the it's at the White House. BT? Yeah, it's Sisters, and then there's, y'all know the name of it. If you watch Sisters, you know it's like it's the one that comes either before or after with the president and all that.
Houston in quotes, like it's not a real place. Houston, it's very Houston. The Oval.
Oh, the Oval. I watched the Oval.
Interesting.
Yep.
I need to watch some of these shows. I was just telling Josh that there's no really good Black shows on that aren't reality. Like, we used to have so many.
Yeah.
Like Sister.
Yeah.
And Family Matters.
Yeah.
There was at a time there was just like, that was all. It seemed like that was all that was on the TV. There were so many options.
Yeah. I feel like the thing is though, I feel like the options are out there. I don't think we just watch them.
That's what I'm realizing.
Yeah. There's the shows are there.
20 damn shows.
Yeah. And I also don't watch
TV. And for me, I feel like it's only reality TV, but I don't even know about these shows.
I've never even heard of these. And
My Wife and Kids, Girlfriend. There was a time where it was just like so many. What was the show with one of the Wayans?
Oh,
it was so many. And I said specifically family family shows where it's just like a Black family.
Yeah. Oh, there's one with Cedric the Entertainer. There's one with him, Cedric the Entertainer, and Pam from Martin is on it. They're very funny. Yeah.
The Upshaws. That's a horrible name.
I have not seen the Upshaws. I don't think I've seen the Upshaws.
Y'all don't watch nothing. I don't. I watch the same things over and over.
Yeah. And I watched
from 5 years ago.
Yeah. And I watch the reality shows while I'm doing something else, like to sit down.
That's why I don't watch anything. Like, I have True Blood on all day while I'm planning in my planner, cleaning up, taking a shower. Yeah. It's just like,
yeah. But to be like, hey, you want to come over and watch this? I can't sit down that long for that. This is the longest I sit down.
It is. She doesn't even use her living room. And we stayed with them for a month when this house was being built. And we used the living room more than they did.
They did. I was like, oh, how?
And we were just like, do y'all want to watch a show or something? And she would just be,
I couldn't sit still for it.
She'd be like, oh, we got to watch this show. I love it. P Valley. She was like, oh, we got to watch this show. And I'm like, are you ever going to sit down so we can watch it? Or is this just a dream?
I'm watching it and I'll be like, phew. Oh, I'm still watching it. Phew.
The Upshaws with Mike Epps, Wanda Sykes, and Kim Fields. Oh, really?
That should be good.
Yes, I just use TV for background noise.
Yes, that's what I use it for. That's why I don't have pictures in my living room, because we're not even in there long enough.
Yes, we watched. So I watched Insecure. Honestly, I probably didn't watch the last season though. Now that I think about it, but I watched all of P Valley. It's like, it has to be more than just, I don't want to say fluff, but comedy. I just like sci-fi, fantasy, thriller. Like, P Valley was just a lot going on. I loved it. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm rewatching True Blood. And I watched, what was that show that we were just talking about? I watched 5 times.
5 times?
Lovecraft Country.
Oh,
like, yes. It's so, so much for the senses.
Yeah.
There's so many things. Like I want fairies and demons and like there's so many things.
But those shows you have to sit down for.
Which I will.
Oh.
Like when I put on Lovecraft Country, I'm just like this.
Wow. Uh-huh.
It's the 5th time. I don't care. It's so good.
I'm
like, look.
I can't sit down for it. And I loved it. Loved it and cannot sit down. You know, we had some questions that came through in the actual, you know, like Instagram. Like when we put the poll up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I love stuff like that. Somebody said Jenee needs Lord of the Rings part 1 through 10. I love stuff like that. It's funny, I haven't watched Lord of the Rings, but I know I would enjoy it. But like anything else like that, anything with a trilogy,
you would.
I can't even think of all of the movies. But any movie that's some type of sci-fi fantasy and has had a bunch of parts, like what were all those? I'm trying to think of those movies. Anything where it's like another world. I love that kind of shit.
Narnia and stuff.
That's not exactly what I'm thinking about.
Ooh, I went a little too left.
But anything sci-fi related. It's like, well, it's not Lord of the Rings, but we're in the vicinity. But like even like the vampire movies, all of those things. Could watch them over and over again. Not exactly Star Wars. I'm trying to think, what is that? Where there were like factions. Do you know what I'm talking about? I know somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. And you like had to be in one of the 4 factions. Hunger Games, yes. I could watch that shit over and over again.
I'm gonna watch it one time.
Watch The Nevers. Somebody else told me I would like
The
that.
Nevers
on HBO Max. Divergence, yes, I love that. Anytime it comes on.
How does that sound familiar? Probably just saw the trailer. Hey, Jenee.
And I like history stuff too. Yes.
Here's a question.
Uh-oh.
How do you balance being a wife and still maintaining your own identity? Someone did ask if we are a couple. We are not a couple. We have on wedding rings, but she is married to her husband, Josh, and I am married to my husband, Rashad. We just are very comfortable with each other, and we sit in the bed together. Yes.
That would be quite an angle, though. Quite a niche.
It really would. It really could. We could just start a scandal.
Yeah. What was the question?
How do you manage?
We were just talking about this because it's not something I think about. Neither of us thinks about much, and I feel like we're not.
Oh yeah, because
weren't we talking about?
Yeah, because we said, we should talk about that, and then we end up doing the other thing. But yeah, how do you balance being a wife and still maintaining your own identity?
That's something. I feel like that comes down to character, and I feel like that's something I've always done. And I feel like maybe just because that's how my mom was.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was just always her own person. She was always a very good partner to like the men in her life, but she was also still very much her own woman and still looked nice and still do the things that she did.
Mm-hmm.
So it just comes natural to me. Like I was always, and this could have been a detriment to some of my relationships, but if we're in a friend group and I have a boyfriend now, I'm still doing friend shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still gonna make time for my boyfriend, but I'm not like I can't do that because I'm with my.
Yeah.
If we go out every Friday, we're going out every Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how.
Yeah.
And I feel. I mean, obviously, I don't go out anymore. This is my activity. But I've always been able to give to a relationship, but still be very much my own person. Without thinking, I don't have a.
Like it's not
system.
Yeah, it's not planned out. Like I'm gonna make sure he knows I'm my own person. Like we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I think what has helped me, you know what I think what's been great for me to discover myself is one, the pandemic.
Yes, I've watched Maze Runner, all of them, love it.
Maze Runner.
Maze Runner.
Oh,
sorry.
I was like, what are you talking about? Maid. The pandemic and also Rashad being in the military, because I have always been like in a relationship, in relationship, that there weren't lots of gaps of time that I was able to be planted for, the world shut down, and him being gone enough that I was still able to learn myself, know myself, and, but without still having to date other people. I think that's what's helped me maintain my own identity. And then he knows I'm a wild card. Like, if I have a thought, I'm running with it. And he but he knows who I am. He's not trying to reel me into some other box that I'm not. So
yeah, I think somebody had a good point. I don't think very often or more often that people lose themselves in marriages, but when you add kids to a mix, I think that's so we're not there. But I feel like that's where people lose themselves when then you have to juggle keeping the relationship afloat, attending to the kids, and
that's a lot.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Still being there.
Yeah.
So great points.
Yeah. And our marriage is different than I think even to how it was in the beginning. Like, there are going to be different ups and downs, like not ups and downs. Because however the dynamics of your friendships, because as even your friend groups change, they adjust, also. Yes. Someone said something earlier and I completely missed it about career in the Hampton Roads area or climbing up the ladder in the Hampton Roads area. I saw your comment, sis, and I lost it. So come back or DM me.
Do I miss going to Tyson's Corner and living in DC? Yes, I do. I don't miss living there, but I just miss having access. But it's saving me a lot of money, so it's probably for the best. It was just another activity. Sorry, I'm blocking people. No
problem. Hannah just got out of the hospital.
Oh, I just blocked that too.
Oh God, what happened to you?
I don't know if that's real.
Oh, okay. It seemed very random. I was like, did I miss something
Hope
here?
You feel better, Hannah. I don't know if that was real or not.
Oh, okay.
Any other questions? Going once, going twice. Oh, it was your destiny that you ladies met. We wouldn't have the Good Girlfriends chat now.
Yeah.
It was. I definitely believe that.
And we say that to each other too. We're like, I'm just so glad that you're here. Or I'm just so glad you're my friend. Or even just like, look at where we are now from,
But it was like this the first day we met. And I feel like that's, I was going to say, I feel like that's with all my friends, but not with Evan. I hated him.
You hated him.
But all my other friends.
Yeah.
I'm very much a vibes person. Either we hit it off or we don't. Child, I'm not forcing a thing.
Not forcing a thing.
But yeah, the first night we went out, it was like,
yeah. It was like, I do like
I can't be searching for what to talk about. I can't. Life's hard enough. I can't. This can't be more work.
No.
I know it's work to make friends and find the people, but like once you're together, if there's not a connection, we can't be like, so what's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to talk about? Girl, I'll talk about myself.
Yeah. And we can even sit in silence. We're like, oh.
Appetite for chic. Don't you be starting.
What?
I mean,
you're right. Going to bed?
You're right, but don't be starting.
Appetite. What did she say?
How is Evan? He's amazing. He's good. He was just here a few weeks ago, and we're gonna go up there to see him next month. But yeah, we did not meet. We did not click when we first met. But it was also because we met under like work things. So I'm a very different person when I'm in a work setting. And at the time, I was like very much a go-getter, and he kind of sucked at his job. So I was very judgy. But we got past it.
Do your husbands take issue with you if you hang out with your single girlfriends? Most of my friends are single.
Yeah, all of my friends are single except her.
Yeah. I don't have any that are I mean, I have like some that are married, but they're married with kids, so their dynamic is different. But there's no like I'm not going out anywhere. Like it's not like I'm clubbing and we're picking up men. I'm not in those settings.
Yeah.
And
I would say no for me.
Yeah.
I do like if me and Regina hang out, we are gonna go out because she's single, and if she comes, especially when we lived in DC, like if she would come up there for the weekend, I'm not just gonna be like, okay, just sit around the house with me and my man. Like it's still her trip.
Yeah.
Like I want us to have a good time.
Yeah.
And Josh didn't care because obviously that's just the trust that we have. And vice versa. If I want to go visit her, especially like there was a time where like she lived in Vegas for a while, so obviously I would go there and we would have a good old time.
Yeah.
And there was no issue.
Yeah.
But we also don't have any issues that would then spill over into like he needs to be worried about something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if he had an issue, it would be a matter of if my safety was compromised.
Yeah.
If I'm hanging out with that person. But there's been no like, I don't like you hanging out with them because they're single.
Because it depends on the person too.
Yeah.
Like Regina was there when we got married. She loves Josh. He loves her. So it's also like he knows she's not going to disrespect our relationship. He right. Put me in a position that our relationship would be disrespected.
Sorry.
You sure? Blog post on that topic, link in bio. Oh, how did I come up with my brand name? I came up with it on a plane. I was just kind of getting very serious about doing this, and my blog used to be called J. Marie Styled It, one of those. And on that trip, I remember someone asking me what I do, and I was trying to explain it to them and tell them that name, and I was very embarrassed to say it. So that told me I needed to change it, right? Because like I watch a lot of YouTube videos and always try to do research in my field, and that was kind of a sign of like you should always want to broadcast what you're doing. You should always be promoting yourself. And if I'm embarrassed to even say the name of the thing I'm doing or like what it's called, I was like, okay, this is not okay. Like saying, like, even now I just cringe, like J. Marie Styled It, like what the hell? So on the plane ride home, I was like, okay, I need to think of some different names. Like I need to think of something for the long run. Like in my mind, I was like, if I'm on Good Morning America one day, I want to be confident saying this name. What would that name be?
Yeah.
And then I just started thinking about all the things that I was doing and just what made sense. And I had a list, and HighLowLuxxe was one of them. But that was literally just like, oh, I love doing high-low, and I love it. But it was literally, I had a list of names. I had like a whole piece of paper of names. But like before I got off that plane, it was HighLowLuxxe. So yeah, that's my story.
Oh, I think I took away someone's message on accident. I didn't mean to do that. If I took away your message. Oh God. No, we are not sisters. I think I told you my mom said we favor.
We do. Josh, can you get a keto water again? Josh is not in there. He's downstairs. You need some water, honey?
No, thank you,
dear.
Sure? I'm okay.
Okay. What? Oh, you guys are touching on all the Real Housewives of Atlanta, like Portia dragging Tanya into that room with Bolo. See, I didn't even watch this season.
I don't see how we touched on that.
I think that means just like friends putting friends that are in relationships in a
position. Yeah.
Right, like my friends would never do that.
Yeah.
Like my friends would be like, "What the fuck, girl? Like, wait, what about Josh?"
Yeah. Same. They would question like,
what's your problem?
Yeah.
Why would you do this?
They'd be like, I'm telling. They're like, I'm telling you.
You're messing up everybody's life here.
Right. I think it's the fear of like, do you see how big Rashad is? I'm telling on you.
What if one of your married girlfriends puts you in a compromising position? Girl, I need more details.
Like how? Yeah. Like what kind of compromising position?
Send a DM. How did you handle your first brand deals? My first one ever was with Pantene Pro V. I'm sure I got underpaid because I just said yes. I was excited. I just did my best work I could do, and that was it. That's how I handled it. They reached out to me, they emailed me, and I was like, "Oh my god, yes!" I don't even remember what the amount was. I'm sure it was very low. I just took the pictures, and I was just excited, and then I was like, "This could be a thing."
My first one was on Instagram, and it was with a restaurant, and I was very excited about them. But there was no like concept, so I didn't really understand like deliverables and things like that because they were so free with whatever I wanted to do. And then on YouTube, my first one was actually going. I don't know if I can share now, but I will say it was close to 4 figures.
Oh,
yeah. But also, I think it took enough knowledge and research to know like what to kind of charge, and even kind of asking you like, what do you what do I do? What do I do with here? Like, what do I do? So.
What advice would you give a new fashion YouTuber, please? Focus on building your platform before getting paid.
On one platform?
Building your platform. Building your community.
Oh, okay.
I think people, and we had this conversation too, like people get so, not that money isn't important, but especially if you're starting or building, I wouldn't put myself in a situation where I have to bank on this money, because then that's when you don't have your priorities in check, because you need money, as opposed to just working on building a community and being really good. Like even when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't even want to monetize my channel to put ads in it for a while, because I just wanted people to come to my videos and enjoy the content so much that they would subscribe. And I didn't want anything to get in the way. I didn't want you to be irritated by an ad. I wanted there to be no reason that you wouldn't subscribe to my channel if you liked this video, and not that you would click off because an ad came up. So I didn't even monetize my channel probably for like 6 months after I could monetize it. And then brand deals, even now I don't like during fourth quarter, I did brand deals, and I don't enjoy it very much, because I would rather you just enjoy the content. So most of the deals that I do through YouTube are so seamless that it would be silly not to do them, if that makes sense. I work with ThredUp year round, but I enjoy thrifting. I enjoy luxury items. I can do both there. You guys love when I share that stuff. I work with Farfetch year round. Like all of those things are just like, I would be buying those things regardless. Yeah. And I would be sharing them. So I should probably get paid. That probably makes sense. But to me, it's not really worth doing anything paid, especially on YouTube, because the audience, it takes so much work to get the audience there and create the content. Yeah. And I say that on any platform. Focus on growing the platform before you focus on trying to make money off the platform. Because you need to, once I serve you an ad, I want you to feel like I've earned the right to serve you an ad. I've given you 100 free videos of no ads, no nothing. It's 101. Help us out. Hope that helps.
Yeah. No. I think that's perfect, because anything could change with this. Google could change things. The algorithm on these different platforms could change. We're fighting against Instagram. They're adding all this stuff. Now they say you got to do these reels to get pushed. And, there's so many changes that take place. If you can't do this based off the sheer, the joy, the love of doing this, the money won't even feel good. Or you'll feel like you have to take all these ads just to survive, but then you won't have fun doing it. I turn them on all the time. I look through emails. I'm like, nah, because I don't have to do it for the money.
And that is the best feeling. And I anytime somebody reaches out, if she asks me about it, I'm like, there's nothing more almost irritating than creating an entire YouTube video, creating an outline, filming it, getting ready, executing all of the things they want you to say, editing it, sending it off, making a thumbnail, doing the description box, and then somebody being like, I don't like the way you said that. Can you change it? You can go to hell. For this money? No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do anything else. Yeah. I've done it all.
You didn't
you want me to put a period on the thing that pops up on the screen instead of an exclamation point. You want me to go back to the video and re-edit it again? Like,
yeah,
I'd rather just do it myself.
Yeah.
Just join it. Oh, thanks. Yes, we are comfy. I am good this week because I'm in the bed.
I love it. Liam says you guys are a good support team for each other. Thank you, Liam. I like your name as well.
Yes, stay authentic and play to your strengths. Absolutely, especially on YouTube. This is the main place that you can't fake it. Like, if there is ever anybody that slides into my inbox, I'm like, I give out more no's than yeses. Because I can't fake. I don't fake any sponsorships. But the last place you want to fake something is YouTube. Like, hey, I love this thing. I never use it, but I love it. Let me tell you all about it and walk you through it and talk about it for 3 minutes straight on camera and hold my face together. That is torture. It's a little easier to at least just take a picture and write a caption.
Yeah.
But then you just lose your audience if you don't talk about it again. So I don't like to do that either. But YouTube is just not the place. It's not the place.
And mainly, like you said, too, because it's so much work.
It's so much work. YouTube is a lot of work. And the joy is that you get to see people enjoy the video. And then you get to interact with people and talk about it in the comments.
Yes.
And if that gets tainted because I added in something for 3 minutes that I didn't even love, it just ruins the whole thing.
Yeah. Agreed.
Throw an ad at the end of the video. I promise I won't be mad. No, honey, they want it at the beginning. Okay. Anything else? I'm literally so good.
I'm literally so good. I mean, you look amazing.
I feel amazing.
Yeah. I have moved around like a newborn baby.
Look at her. She's struggling.
Moving and shifting, and I've gotten further down. Something just popped over here.
Oh yeah, I tell you, some people just don't come prepared.
Look at you. Why don't I just get out of here, the frame, and you just how it started, how it ended.
Look at I hope somebody screenshots this shit. Because I am thriving.
Oh, I'm so uncomfortable. I never want to do this again. I'm gonna be on top of this.
Mind you,
here.
This is a very comfortable bed.
The bed is so comfortable.
She just has
sitting up in this bed.
You probably never sat in the bed this long in your life.
The only time I remember was like if I had a surgical procedure and they were like, you need to stay in the bed. How long?
She's on bed rest.
I always got out the bed early. It was like, I can't do this. I have to get up.
She'd rather stand than be laying in this bed right now.
I remember like, Rashad, help me. He's like, where you want to go?
Yeah, start putting that in the comments. What? AKIDA's struggling. It's time for AKIDA's bedtime.
My right leg is like, please.
These are from the at-home store. They're very cute. At-home store. Yeah. It used to be Garden Ridge. You live near one of those. Is there a spa getaway in the works?
A spa
Girl,
getaway?
I need a break too. No. Not for me. Maybe next month, but we're doing everything still pretty local. A getaway for us is just going to DC. Jenee 3, AKIDA 1. Thank you. I'll take it.
Oh my gosh. You guys know I'm up. And I'm not even sleepy. It's just I've never sat in a bed like this for 3 hours. I only sleep in sex. And I'm not doing either one of them right now. So it's like I don't even know what to do with my hands.
I got nothing for you, sister.
I don't even know what to do.
Drink your drink.
And that's another thing. I don't even eat and drink
put
in
your
my
eye
bed.
patches on. There you go. Y'all got any other questions?
You got any more questions? Oh, from Instagram. Let me just save them because there were some good ones. Y'all submitted some really, really, really good ones on Instagram. Like,
I am such a winner tonight. Feels great.
Look at you, just you're getting more energized.
I am.
By this.
You're no
waking
idea.
up even more. Okay, let's patch me up here. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Stop.
Are
you putting it on right?
I don't know. I feel like I am. I so am.
The big part. Yeah, you got it. Huh. You don't watch TV in bed, AKIDA?
No,
we actually don't have a TV in our bedroom either. But we took it out. I was trying to test the theory. We're gonna bring it back though. But ideally, we didn't want to watch TV. Do you even have a TV?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do.
We actually we did it. No. When y'all were there? Yeah, we did. So when Rashad when he was in Japan for 2 years, I took the TV out. And so I did not have a TV in the bed for 2 years. And then he came back because I wanted him to be I wanted us to be together in the bed. We brought it back. But I don't get in the bed same time he gets in the bed. So
see, this is why she talks shit. I get in the bed when Josh gets in the bed. It's not that I'm tired. It's just that's just the thing we do. So now my body is used to it. Literally, like at 8:30, I'm like, ooh, it's time to lay down. I'm still up all night. Just like her. But she, for some reason, was about to sit at a fucking desk. In the command position.
Or at the
until
bar.
Midnight.
Yeah.
As opposed to getting in the bed.
Because I'm doing productive things. I need to be in a productive position.
That's crazy.
I can't help it.
You're not doing anything productive, though.
Yeah. I know it doesn't look like it, but I do productive research. Ask me any question. I've got the answer for you. Yes, appetite for chic. I need to sit on the sofa on a bed.
Well, we could have done it in the chairs over there.
Your back would not have made it.
No. This would have been done a long time ago.
It would have been done.
30, 40, and thriving. Have we ever argued with each other? No.
Nope. We don't have any. And not that's like, I mean, we haven't had anything to argue about.
She's a busybody. Busybody like your mom. She just wants to run around the house. Like, sit the fuck down. What are you doing? She's just like, oh, let me just see what's in this cabinet.
Yeah.
Let me go over here and see. Like, just sit down.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, I never like relax long enough. If I do, it's to sleep, and I can sleep. I can outsleep somebody now. Once it's like
that's the thing. I can't even fall asleep.
I'm out.
She'll sleep all day long,
the whole day. There's some good eye patches here. What kind?
They are the best I've ever tried. Bare Minerals.
It's a Bare Minerals Skin Longevity Green Tea Herbal Eye Mask.
Is it washing out?
It is. Let me come a little closer. There we go. Just let me move my nails here.
Right in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are the ones. They come in a pack of 3 or 6, and they're only at Ulta. But see, this is the thing. This is a part of my job. Like, they sent these to me last year, just like 1 pack. Now I fucking can't live without them, and I just buy them all the time. See, they really in that way. But they are amazing. I always try the eye patches, and I never felt like they did anything.
Same.
And then I tried these, and I was like,
they're doing something. They're giving what they're supposed to have gave.
They do. And I would say the whole line, if you're interested, it's a good. I shared it in my last vlog. If you need some hydration, they have like a serum, an eye cream. They're all pretty good.
Signs. She's a Sagittarius. I am a Scorpio. My birthday's in November. Her birthday's in December.
Yes, the video will be up. It'll be on my channel. I'm just thriving. I just feel so happy.
A mess.
It's a lifestyle. I'm a lady of leisure.
Oh,
I can lounge with the best of them.
That should be like an Instagram
I'm not
caption one
sitting-
day. I'm a lady of leisure.
I'm not sitting up, but I can lay around forever.
I'm telling you, when we're 80, my posture will be impeccable.
It will be. I will be being rolled around.
Thank you, Veronica.
You okay?
Yeah, I felt.
Are you checking the gram?
Yeah, I'm checking the gram now.
Oh, did you want to go back to this visa question? I got too much for your brain.
Give me something simpler.
My mom said, "Ready to love has no drama or ratchetness.
Oh,
Just real people and respectful."
Oh, okay then.
Okay.
Then I can follow that then.
I don't know. It's 2 a.m. Oh my God, where do you live, girl?
Where are you?
You gotta, where? I can't even think. I'm trying to think.
And thank you for staying up for us at 2 a.m.
Would I ever get a Birkin? Yes, but I don't like anything that's hard to buy. So I would just have to walk in the store and I say, "Do you have any Birkins?" So they come out and give me one, and it's the one I like. Like anything that's like hard to get, I don't like it. Any drops, launches, and it's like, oh, you gotta get it before it sells out. I don't like being pressured to spend my money. I want to think about it and take my time. Like all of the like Ivy Park things, anything, sneakers, anything that's like you gotta get on there right at the time. I'm not shopping like that.
No,
I'm not stress shopping. This needs to be enjoyable.
Right. I'm like that. Even like hairstylists are doing that. Like you have they open their books on certain days and blah blah. It's I can't take it. I can't take that kind of pressure. I get it, but I don't. It's too hard.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
Yes, don't stress me. I just want to spend my money and have a good time. Like, I don't want to be. I went into was it the last time? Oh, no, it was for my mom's birthday. So it was in January. We went to DC. She came here and then we drove to DC and stayed for a night, took her to dinner and went shopping. Oh, it's a vlog. Oh, it was your anniversary trip. No, it wasn't that trip. It was before that.
Yeah.
So I probably didn't vlog that. I think I just made a TikTok. But anywho, I bought her a bag at Louis Vuitton, and there's an Hermes store across the street. And I was like, let's just go in. Let's just see. Like, I've never even been in an Hermes store. Let's just see. Because people are having luck just going into the stores, and they just ask for a bag, and they have one. And it was just hoopla as soon as we walked up to the door, where I was just like, y'all can go to hell. Like, I'm not doing this. Like, they didn't even have the door. Like, most places you had to make an appointment or like wait in a short line, which is fine. We walked up there. They have the door locked. You can't even like open the door. And they're like, come on. They're like, oh, do you have an appointment? I'm like, no, we're just in town. Just trying to stop in. Oh, let me see if we got anything. We have to wait 20 minutes. And they're like, oh, we can fit you in like 15 minutes. I'm like, okay. So I wanted to look at blankets and I wanted to ask about the bags. And they're like, oh, you can make a wish list, but it was just too much.
Yeah.
I want a bag. I have money. You don't want the money?
You don't want the money?
I'll go across the street. Like, I'm not doing this.
I did have a question. Maybe a couple hours behind from this one.
Probably.
So hope you're still here. If a brand reaches out to you wanting to collaborate, but they ask for you to purchase the first product, providing you with a discount code, and offer to share images on your social media platform, is that a normal?
No, that is not normal.
I would not, definitely. Because now you're talking about usage rights to your images, and you have to pay for something in advance. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
What's
your next big ticket item you'd like to purchase? Sprinklers. That's where my life is at right now. That's my next big ticket purchase. Sprinklers for the front lawn. Our grass is dying. And we're tired of watering it every day. Okay, girl. And I had like someone recommend me a name because I have a really good essay at Dior, and she had a friend that worked at Hermes, and it was just I just don't like it. I don't like shopping. I already don't like shopping anywhere that's like just snooty and just tries to make people feel uncomfortable. I'm also not jumping through hoops to spend money, thousands of dollars, like. And I would buy it pre-loved, but I'm also never paying over retail for a thing. I'll pay the price. I'll happily pay the price. I'm not gonna pay double just to have it. No, thank you. I'll never have one. That's fine with me.
What do you think about keeping the mystery in your marriage?
Oh, child, what?
Mystery. What? Mystery. Keeping the mystery?
I don't think you can. Keep the excitement. I don't know if I can keep the mystery. I was never a mystery.
Keeping the mystery.
Hey, what's that, girl? You so late.
What's that? Just getting in here?
Yeah, their service sucks. But there's some people that walk in and they're like, oh, I just got a Birkin. If that happens to me one day, I'll have one. But I don't even know, like, even the time we went back, when we went back for your anniversary, we still stayed at the same hotel, which was right across the street from the Hermes store. And I didn't even go in to, like, check on, because I didn't make a wish list of, like, the type of bag I would want. But I didn't even go in and check on it. Because it's just, like, it's not fun. Like, you're making it not fun. So I just went to Chanel. You're just making it not fun. I'm also, like, when I want something, I want it. So it's like if I say I want a bag right now today, I don't want to wait 6 months for you to want to sell me a bag. I think it means you fart in front of your husband.
Oh, yes, that's exactly it.
Oh, like, is that what you said?
Yes, like not letting them see you do grooming or farting in front of them.
Oh no, I don't. I do it all.
I do not.
You don't?
No.
Wow, this is here. Now you're gonna get up, baby.
We're not gonna sit here and fart.
I'm not forcing a thing. I'm living. I'm not gonna force a fart. You don't fart around Rashad at all.
We don't fart around each other.
What are you gonna fucking explode? I'm intrigued. I'm fucking intrigued. Josh, do you hear this?
No.
Josh,
we're not sitting around here farting and laughing around
each other.
Like, that was so loud. I love that was a good one, babe. Like, we're not.
Do you hear this? She said her and Rashad don't fart around each other.
I said, wow.
Explain it to us.
What?
So when you have to fart, you get up and go to the bathroom?
Yes, I fart in the bathroom. But I also am not a farter. Like, I'm not, I burp a lot. You know that I burp.
So you'll burp around him?
I burp all day long. But I'm not going to just be like,
So if you had to fart right now, you would get up and go into the bathroom?
I would hold it or excuse myself. And I would go in there. But I'm not going to fart in your bed.
Do you fart in the middle of the night?
I don't know. I'm asleep.
But sometimes you roll over and you have to fart. So then what are you going to do? Just try to make it come out silently?
If I subconsciously do not know, then it is what it is.
If you roll over, and sometimes when you roll over, you wake up, I don't know, you might sleep like a zombie, probably. But if it's 5 a.m., you need a sip of water, you wake up, and you have to fart. Are you not going to fart in your bed?
No, if I don't think
like it's farting like pooping to you. Like you need to be private.
They need to do this. It happens at the same time. They're not happening. They're not happening at different times. So
you fart when you poop?
Yes.
And you don't fart any other time?
I mean, not intentionally. There's no like.
It's because it's all coming out of your mouth.
I'm farting out my mouth all day long. So here's the thing. I'm not going to like.
All right, Shireen, I'll leave her alone. That's clearly not gassy. I'm very gassy. So
if I farted, it would be like, oh, I'm so sorry, excuse me.
Right. Somebody said, by the time you walk away, you don't have to fart anymore. Right. I'm like, you don't hold the fart in to go to.
I don't have to hold it. Like, I'm like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. So when I go to the bathroom, I everything happens at the same time. Pee, poop, fart, it all happens together. I don't come back out and then more fart needs to come out. Like, you fart all day? Do you fart all day? I need to know the answer.
Not all day, but I don't even think about it.
So you're walking right here, you're like,
we both do.
Do y'all laugh?
Yes.
That is not funny. That is not funny.
In the bed. Like, if it's the morning, we wake up, we're just sitting here. If I have to fart, I just fart. And I can control my fart. Sometimes it's loud. Sometimes I'm like, all right, Jenee, let's put a cap on it today. We'll just...
And y'all smell each
other. But I always fart in the morning. Like, when I wake up, I always...
So you purposely just like...
I have to...
I'm Josh. You're Jenee. Is this your side of the
bed?
I
will fart on him.
No, let me picture this. This is
my
your side of the bed. Yes. It's like 5 a.m. You're just resting around.
Yep.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not going to do
Sometimes
that.
we're cuddling and I have to be like, let me just roll my butt this way. I'm not going to fart on you. I mean, I have. But I try to be a little nice about it. And I'll just like turn it this way and fart and then come back.
If I'm in the bathroom.
Like if we're cuddling and I have to fart, I'll roll over and fart and come back. I'm not going to get up and walk to the bathroom to fart. Fuck no.
Even if I'm in the bathroom and Rashad's like in earshot of me and I pass gas in the bathroom, I will say, excuse me.
And if I fart while we're in the bed, we don't say, excuse me. What the fuck?
Y'all just let it all just... But it smells. What do you say? Y'all giggle about it.
Oh yeah, I mean sometimes it's gross. It doesn't always smell. And I can tell when mine smell. Which is Josh hate. Like I can be like, oh, relax, it won't smell. I can tell the way it comes out, it won't smell.
I don't understand. I'm not following.
My old boss said the secret to a happy, passionate marriage is separate bathrooms. So maybe AKIDA is onto something. Maybe. I mean, we definitely, like, I have a bathroom that I use for my hair and stuff. And we get ready at separate times. And then I get ready in my studio as far as makeup. So we do, and in our apartment, we had separate bathrooms that we, like, showered and did everything in.
But, so I use
has nothing
the bathroom.
To do with farting and pooping.
No, he has a separate bathroom.
You talked about this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, we both poop in the same bathroom.
No, he goes in another restroom.
And sometimes I'll go in right after he poops. And I'll be like, oh my God, you didn't spray. Like, you would probably die.
We have the, like, poopy spray.
Yeah, but, like, if he didn't spray and you went in after him, you'd probably die.
I would probably gag. Like, I would come up in my throat. I don't want to
Are you listening to this?
I don't. Like, we both are very, like, smellsy. Like, I don't want to smell him and he does not want to smell me. We don't want to smell that. That's nasty.
My mind is blown. You think you know somebody? I'm not gonna do
that.
So what if I farted around you? What would you do?
I would probably drop my phone in a very dramatic fashion and process what you just did.
Wow. That's shocking. I'm a farter.
Like, I would literally be like, did you do that on purpose? And then I need to unpack why you did that. Like, I need to know. What was the reason? What was the reason? Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. Why did this turn into the good girlfriend fart? Because I'm in shock and she's equally in shock.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, my mouth is a gate. Just the idea of walking all the way to the bathroom just to fart. I feel like you're like you should be on like Anne Boleyn or something. Like I feel like I'm watching a Victorian documentary.
A lady of my caliber would never
Right. I'm literally like in the village with the horses.
farting away, smell like an animal. And my ex would do like him and his whole family. They would put covers over each other. I would divorce you.
Oh, I would never do that. But to me, and I feel like to us, farting is funny. Like sometimes I won't roll over. It's funny to me. And I'm like, relax, it doesn't smell. We need to move on.
I don't even know who you are.
I know, I'm so down to earth, right?
I don't know you. I don't know you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Josh, do you hear this? She's not gonna fart in front of Rashad.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, relax, it won't smell. That's literally me. Like sometimes I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Like I keep spray right next to my bed. I'm like, sometimes I know when it's coming out, I'm like, I'm sorry, don't move the covers. Like don't lift them up. And then sometimes I'm like, you're good, it's fine. It's just a regular.
Hi, I'm AKIDA. Nice to meet you. Clearly, I don't know if we really got to know each other yet.
Yeah, like I always laugh at myself when I fart. It's so funny to me. Girl, discretion is key. Okay, separate bathrooms is a good idea.
But here also is I'm not like it's not like I
just like completely.
Yeah, it's not like I constantly have the urge and I'm purposely holding it.
Yeah. But I hear you.
But if we're here talking and I'm like,
yeah, like I haven't farted in 3 hours. I totally get it.
Do you need to?
I don't. Nothing's bubbling up in me.
But if you did,
there's no way in hell I would leave this bed to go somewhere else and fart.
But why don't you make it multi-purpose? Like pee and fart or poop and fart.
I have to pee.
You didn't always release your bladder. I don't understand why you don't just do it all at one time. And then you're laughing about it. You giggle. So let me see if there are any other questions in the
Some people will fight you over a fart. I see.
Listen, I've been at that place. I know that place.
AKIDA, I feel you. I don't want to hear or smell it. Like what? I mean, obviously it stinks. I get you, like you don't want to smell it. But like what is hearing a fart doing to you?
I don't want to smell it.
But every fart doesn't smell.
But you can't tell me that.
I can.
You can after you've released yourself.
I know the way it comes out if it's gonna smell.
That's enough time to go in there. And since you can process the scent before it comes out of your ass, you could have gone and done it in there and no one knows. No one knows. Nobody has to know.
They're good. No.
No one has to know. No one has to know. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not backed up. I actually poop three times a day.
That's the thing. You talk about pooping though.
I'm not grossed out about things at the bottom.
So that's why I'm so shocked.
Yeah.
Because you have talked about pooping before.
Yeah.
And getting regular.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I'm surprised.
Yeah. I get your shock.
Okay.
Because I can thoroughly talk about, I can help people unpack why they're packed and not going enough. Yeah. I can talk about it. I
am crying.
Yeah, it's
okay. Stop, please. I'm dying. Me too. Literally, my eyelash is gonna fall off from tears coming out of my eyes. Okay.
So this might be the last good
No, I mean this is good to. There's never been an instance where I had to fart, I guess, so that's good. And now I know.
But what you're saying is not abnormal. Like I said, my ex and his whole family, They all thought the shit was funny.
Fart gate.
And I would hate them for it.
I know. I feel like you were probably tormented. Because I didn't grow up with people. There's a range here. And I'm like kind of in the middle. You're like that way. And you were with a family that was all the way over there. I feel like you were probably like dying inside.
No, we just
like I hate it here.
No,
and you just took it.
Oh, when I was with my ex.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
like you were like it was a living hell.
They would call you into the room
and fart.
Do you know I want to fist fight his dad?
AKIDA is traumatized. Do you see her face?
Who would want to fist fight somebody over a fart? Me.
AKIDA's scared of her farts.
They need to happen together. Now again, if I must go, I will go. I just will excuse myself.
Okay, we're so off topic here.
So AKIDA, are you dying? If Jenee farts right now, I'm dead.
Like, and you know what that makes me want to do? It makes me want to fart. To me, it's funny. Like, I wish I had one. Wait a minute. Sometimes it happens during sex. Then what? Which it does. That. Sometimes I'm like, stop. I have to
fart. Wait a minute here.
Wait a damn minute.
So not like the air fart.
No. Like sometimes you have to fart. How do you just never have to fart? Except when it's convenient.
I have never farted during sex. I didn't even. If you farted during sex, just type Y in here.
I live in New York and people fart in the subway and it's a fight.
I would be one of those people that I would want to call the police. Like, I would want to call the police.
Oh my God. Okay, my eyelashes are coming out. I cannot. You see what you did?
I need to know if you have farted during sex. Type Y. I need to know that. I didn't know that was
no. If you fart around your partner, type Y. That's extraordinary.
No,
but not everyone clearly.
I need to know during sex.
If you don't fart around your partner, type N for no. If you do, y'all first argument about farts. It's truly disturbing. Fashion to farts.
Oh my gosh.
Loud and proud or silent and violent. I do both. But I communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know. And sometimes I'll be like, Josh, do not lift up the covers. Or I'll just say, I'll look at him and be like, I'm sorry. And I'll just start spraying. And he'll be like, oh my God. And but when I tell you, Josh, can you come up here?
She said my mom used to tell me you will blow up if you hold it in. I've always believed that was true. Period. And again, I do want to say, I am not saying people should not fart or that I'm opposed to farting. I just don't do it in a manner of like, I think this is funny. And if I can get up and avoid you having to smell it or try to decipher if it's going to be a smelly one or not, I will excuse myself and take care of all of that.
Lauren, I'm sorry. When we left, I was talking about dating. Now, what happened? We're still talking about farts.
Okay. We've had to unpack this.
What are your thoughts? Have you ever known anyone to get up and go to the bathroom when they have to fart? Did your mom fart around your dad?
Like, were y'all a farty family? Like, y'all would be like farting, like laughing, you know? No, see?
Like, you never heard them fart in your family?
I've heard them, yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all wouldn't make it like a funny thing. Like,
so how did we get here?
Love. Clearly, he probably doesn't. Do you want her to do that? Would you rather she stop? If you guys can see his face!
Because if you think he's going to stop, you're going to get up every time you have to fart and go in the bathroom?
I don't know.
He's not sure. But if you had a preference, would you rather, if y'all are together, that she not fart in the bed?
Never. Like, you never heard me fart.
Would you rather her not do it so you don't have to smell it? Or do you not care if she farts?
I don't really care.
That's
This is the best conversation. I think that's the thing. We're just not easily bothered. Because obviously, if one of those times I farted and I felt like he was truly disgusted, I probably would start getting up and going to the bathroom. Like, oh,
I think
this might kill the vibe.
No, I think you've made your stance that you're not going to get up if you fart. That it didn't matter if he cared or not.
Here's the thing: we're acting like I'm the only one farting in this relationship.
Josh just said here in his family, he did not come up with people doing that.
But he lays in this bed and farts all the time.
He's adapted to his environment.
You can go to hell.
He's adapted. He's adapted to the environment.
Okay, we're moving on.
Okay.
Josh hates it. You can go to hell, Liam. Do you hate it? He doesn't care. 55 years of marriage, my parents fart and laugh. Thank you, Elizabeth. That's gonna be us. Farting and laughing.
Listen, I know there are families that it's humorous.
Right, it's not like I stick his head under the covers.
I've seen families do that.
We don't do that. So we're in the middle. I'm standing my ground. This shit ain't changing. Okay.
Michael said we need a life, and that's what y'all need is a man.
Appetite for sheep. That's what we do, though. Those people that fart and then act confused, like, what was that? We do. This is also a part of the funniness. We do that too. Like, if we're in the office and I'm like sitting in the chair and Josh is at the desk, like he'll fart and we'll be like, okay, what the hell? But we'll both like act like we don't know where it came from. It's just our thing. Okay, we're dying here. We got 5% left.
What'd you say? When the battery? Dang it! I wrote it down. It was so funny. When the battery dies. No, when the battery goes down.
When the battery done. Oh, what did I say? When the battery's done, we're gone. I don't know. It was so funny. How could you forget? You're supposed to keep track of my one-liners.
You have great like one-liner, like great. Again,
AKIDA's face.
Thank you guys for coming to the Good Girlfriend chat.
I see you. Yes.
Make sure that you follow us on YouTube and Instagram. AKIDA Man, Jenee, HighLowLuxxe.
You're the farting family. I'll take it. I am a regular family. Not going to the bathroom. I'm exhausted just thinking about it. Or maybe I just fart too much. I don't know.
I mean,
Do you ladies snore?
Yes, snore. I feel like I snore. Like if I'm on my back, like I've heard myself like that was me. I did that. I snored. If I'm tired, but I have allergies year round. Like I'm not gonna say I don't snore. No.
This really went. I'm not. All right. Good night, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was a good wrap up. I think we covered it all.
We can put the cap on this one.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you lasted this long. Follow me on Instagram at HighLowLuxxe, my blog, HighLowLuxxe.com, and follow me on TikTok for daily outfit inspiration. Robes will be linked below. Our channels will be linked below. They'll be linked tomorrow, so don't check tonight.
Well.
Oh, yes, these will be linked as well tomorrow, not today. Okay, bye.
Peace out.
Your favorite thing.